SourKidsProductions.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Let's flip in the building. Hey, Money Elms, you ready? Let's go. Welcome to Elm Street, the hottest podcast. And all that cash in Money Elms pockets, it look like thigh pads. He talking trending topics, he ain't no carbon copy. We talking sports, music, and fashion and other options to get us out the hood and keep that paper coming. And I smoke cones, not backwoods, I'm about to blaze an onion. These rappers flexing on the gram and they got fake cheddar. This intro was provided to you by Flip Mayweather. That right. Yeety. Money Elms, what's up? Yeah. Lil' Flip in the building. Screwed up clip. Welcome to Elm Street.
Yo, what's up? What's going on, man? It's your boy, Money Elms, man. Welcome to Elm Street, man. I got a dope-ass show for y'all tonight, man. We're doing the New York Elm Street edition today, baby. That's how we do it. Hell yeah, man. Shit, you know what? Normally I'll talk a little shit in the beginning, but I feel after the shot, I feel like jumping right into it, man. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and introduce my guest tonight. Nothing other, Cuban Link in the house.
What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's your boy Cuban Link, CLK Entertainment in the building. Gracious and happy to be here. You know, the Elm Street boys, except for a brother, so you know what I'm saying, all the way from New York, from the Bronx. Contact me. Told me, yo, son mexicano, se necesito. Yo le dije, oye, chiquitico, pero claro, el mexicano me necesita, tengo que ir. So cogí el avión. I said, I'm leaving on the next plane. Next thing you know, I'm here. 6 in the morning, flight 2, so I had to be there at 4. Which I wasn't. I was there at 5:30. They let me in. But I made it. Your boy made it. I'm here. Direct, live, full effect. Dallas, what the? We're here.
We're here live and direct, man. But yeah, man, appreciate you, man, coming through, man.
Yes,
you know, taking that flight, coming through to D-Town, making that,
It's called the D-Town?
yes, sir. But we call it the Triple D out here.
Pero tú eres de Cali, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Tú eres Cali.
Hey, I represent both. I gotta represent the West Coast.
I gotta say, you know, you told me on the low. You told me, yo.
No, but they know. They know.
No, I know they know, but I want you to let them know again when I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Because you expressed your love for Cali.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's some of the roots come from there.
Oh, yeah.
I know you got, you know, you put your roots in here when you came from Cali. You
Oh,
told me
yeah.
the story about Daddy and his brother.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, that's real. That was real. So
But yeah, man, most definitely. You know, I always, you know, carried both sides with me. You know, where I'm from and where I'm at
three
now.
sides, nigga. Not two. You got three. 3 sides to the story. You got Mexico.
Yup.
You got Cali. And you got Dallas.
Dallas. Oh, yeah.
And I got Hooker Town. And I got, them branches go everywhere. Got different avatars in my fucking country. Anyway, man, I'm glad to be here. Kenny, that's the man over there. I'm gonna call him Booty K.
Hey, buddy.
Not named Booty K. Not Buddha. No, I can't even say that. It sounds like booty. No. I'll find a name. I'm good with shit like that.
Yeah.
I always been good. Pun used to tell me I was the best at that. I named fucking full of clips. I named fucking everything. Pun named himself though. He came out of nowhere and said, I'm gonna name my name Puncher. His name was fucking Moondog. Forever. Then he said, you want me to get a tattoo? He fucking put Punisher in his arm. And I remember Rakim had a song called The Punisher.
Yeah.
The only MC who ever had a fucking song called The Punisher. So I was like, Rakim did that shit, nigga. What the fuck you doing? Punisher? And then, you know, he made sense because he told me, like, but he was doing this on his own. Like, he didn't tell me. He didn't prep me for this. So he just put that shit, that tattoo he had right here.
Yeah.
It says Punisher. It's like bricks. And he made me get the rough and rugged on my chest. That was our group before, like Sace and everybody, full of clips. It was rough and rugged. So he gassed me with the bullshit because he never put rough and rugged in his fucking chest or nothing. You go on it. He just asked me to put that fucking tattoo there because he knew I was gonna get in trouble with Mom Dukes. That's my first tattoo ever. Rough and rugged in my chest and that shit. And the dude who was doing it, which his name is Zeph, salute to Zeph, but he was starting. He was just beginning to do the artwork thing. So that shit looked like Buff and Bucket. You understand? The R's looked like fucking B's. So, yeah. My mother didn't know for like a year.
How old were you?
I forgot I had it. Then I came out the bathroom with the fucking shirt on. Then I got the bofetada. Papasha. ¿Qué es eso, Felito? Mami, ¿qué pasa?
How old were you?
I was 18.
18.
17, 18. I got it at 18 though. 18.
Yeah.
I was old, but you know, you live with Mom Dukes, nigga. You still like 5 years old, nigga. You don't know that. So you get out of Mom's career is when you know, you could do you, but okay.
Yeah.
If we know Spanish households, mommy's mom.
Oh yeah, most
and
definitely.
then my mom's don't drink, don't smoke. You know, she's not like religiously lit, but she's like that lady, like, you know, saying she's a hard worker. And,
shit, I remember the first time my mom's caught me smoking. You know, I already thought I was a grown ass man. As soon as I came into the house,
smoking what? Weed?
Yeah, smoking weed.
Oh shit.
So,
see, you was cool like that, nigga.
No, but she seen me. She seen me, and she's like,
third world country, niggas don't believe in that shit.
You know, she flagged me down, and like, I was like, all right. But she already knew what time it was. So
yeah, but
as soon as I came,
know English though?
Nah.
Oh, she do the Spanish only?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you got to smack her back.
Hey, entrando a la casa, you know, I'm thinking the coast is clear. Turn the corner.
She hit you with a fucking
felt it.
Chalupa right in your fucking head.
What are you doing? You know, got the whole lecture, the whole 9, man.
Yeah, but see, right. But she saw it before. Like us, we came in a fucking boat. So we come with that part, which is her. I learned different things out here. Of course, I was young, but it was we don't smell fucking weed out there in Cuba. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cigarettes, okay. But I never did that either. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't promote that at my mom's or my pop's. But then my cousin came, Guille. Tremendo. That's my man, fabulous. My favorite cousin. He's actually the only one. There's Tio Olaya. That's the only family I got in Florida. And Fina, you know what I'm saying? That's my mother's sister. But Guille is the cousin. So, you know what I'm saying? He's older. But I remember that nigga used to play with me in Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was fucking like 3 years old. He's playing with me. He was like 10, 11. He used to take time to play with me. So, you know what I'm saying? You remember those, you know what I'm saying, when we little and shit. And the nigga came to New York because my father helped him come from Cuba. He got a ticket and then, you know, he never went back. So that's how you do it. Mexican too, right?
Yeah.
They come over here, they fucking duck down for like 10 years, then they get their papers. Cuban's different. Back then, you touch American soil, you're legal, but somehow you're not legal, but you're legal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you legal, but you're not legal. But they could keep you in jail or some shit if you don't got nobody to sponsor you. But, you know, of course, you know, he got his mother. So anyway, he came to New York because he was doing, I think his mom was wilding up a little bit. He was wilding up with it. He liked to drink. Fucking Guille. And Guille is a wild boy. Like Spanish, all Spanish. Oye, chiquitico. That's straight up like, you know what I'm saying? Like, de la calle.
Yeah.
Para cubano, eso de chumba. La chumba esa, que dicen. In Cuba. So it's like, se emborracha. Starts cursing everybody out. That's the way he is. You know, the bad drunks. Venga de va todo el mundo, que para ahí yo meto mano con quien quiera. Te meto la pinga por el culo. Drunk, fuck. Anyway, he's the one who came with the bad habits.
Yeah.
To the Bronx. Before that, I wasn't smoking cigarettes. That nigga came and started smoking cigarettes in my house. I was like, oh, Mom Dukes, let him do that shit. He's older already. He's like 25, 26, but he was like the rebel. And like a wild, disrespectful rebel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was bad, but I wasn't doing that shit in front of my mom's. And he had problems, but he is Guille. Sweetest nigga in the world, but realest nigga too. And he's family. You know what I'm saying? And they love him through all that shit. Like, they love him. You know, that motherfucker, they curse you out and tell his mother, fuck you and everything. But they love him. Because he come back with te quiero mucho, man. And they know, he knows how to do it. Pero que He's the one who got me fucking smoking cigarettes. And then after smoking cigarettes, at 19, I was 19. I was going to college. And you know how to do college shit. I'm an immigrant, my nigga. I have to. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in education, first of all. I love it, that shit. The school system and all that shit, going to fucking senior trips, banging bitches in the roof and the fucking first period. The American way. I loved it because I was here. They taught me Spanish. I mean, English. I didn't know English when I came here. I'm saying I was like Kenny with the beard and a book bag. Matter of fact, I had a briefcase, like a dick. I came to school with a briefcase, like I'm a fucking businessman, looking like a little fucking crazy Trump back then. And my father was a criminal. So, you know, it was all of that. So my father we came in Mariel, 1980.
1980.
If you don't know the history behind that, go check online. It's like the Scarface movie, like the actual footage they had in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
That was real footage. That's the only thing that's real actually in that movie. So that was a piece of history that only happened in 1980. One time, never. I came through that. I was 5 years old. My father was locked up when Fidel. When he did the treaty with Carter, Fidel got slick. He opened up all the jails. So Carter said, whoever Cuban want to come over here, don't want to follow Fidel's regime, welcome to come to America. Come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like shit on Fidel. And, so I isolate him. And so the nigga Fidel said, okay, well, we want to leave. Get the fuck out of my country. That's when he said, no nos queremos. No los necesitamos. Remember?
Yeah.
You remember this shit? Or you
no,
you still caught in the shot. I see you a little fucking crazy over there. So, no los queremos, no necesitamos. That was me. For real. That was not fucking Tony Montana. That was Rodrigo Ramirez. Me.
Yeah.
Cuban Link, Felix Delgado. 5 years old. And we really went through that shit that you seen.
Yeah.
That they played out in the movie.
So was it really like that kind of like concentration kind of camps?
Well, not concentration camp. That's for Jews.
No, yeah, but similar.
Slow it down, Kenny. You fucking you can't whisper that shit to me. No, it's not like that. Concentration camp. Why the fuck you got that from? It was a camp. I did say something like that before, but not the concentration.
Yeah.
It was a camp.
Yeah.
Tents underneath the highway. Like I showed you. Remember I told you?
Mm-hmm.
They got similar like highways like that. It was in 95. But over there in Florida, that's like a lot of bums be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now, you see like that's what the most like fortunate people be going there. They do drugs and shit. But I'm saying those type of things are so big over there, like underneath the highways. Over there, they put a fucking, remember it was 150,000 people, okay? Who the fuck you gonna put 150,000 people without making fucking like a big thing?
Yeah.
Nowhere. You gotta fucking put them where you could, and they put us in underneath there. They fenced it up because they had to debrief us. You know, we have to get fucking fingerprints. They're coming into the country for the first time. The jeringuillas, the shots.
Yeah,
I still got my shot there. You got your shot? No, you was born here.
Yeah,
you don't even share my struggle. Any immigrant, it don't matter. My nigga Kenny. When you came from India, did they do that to you? No. Anyway, I still got my shit here.
Yeah.
You can still see it over the punch. Right here. It's in the middle punch. If you go to any like immigrant dude, alien, legal alien, not illegal. Whoever comes to this country, I don't know why they do this, but they do it. They marked me. I was fucking 5 years old when I came in. They did that when I was 5 years old. How the fuck is it still on my arm? Like you can see it.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe like I know it's not just a regular vaccine. I know it's something that lets you know that you're the mark. You're a guest in our country.
Mm-hmm.
It's big fucker. That's what I think it means. But I love America. Nothing like America. So the American dream definitely was something that when we was looking at from inside of Cuba.
So did that whole process take some time to actually get out of the camp?
The Mariel?
Yeah.
It was called the Mariel, Boatlift. I remember my father coming and telling us this is happening. And Mariel is happening. Pack this one day shit. Let's go. Fuck out of here. And then you remember the war of the worlds?
Tom Cruise,
War of the Worlds. With the fucking niggas come, the aliens, the robots. Anyway, it don't matter. I'm just trying to make a picture. If you see that movie, it's a part when he comes, everybody's just like, what the fuck? Oh shit, aliens. And they come outside, then they're all together, and they don't see the aliens yet, and then they all go like this. And they fucking see the whole like scenery for the first time. That's what the fuck happened. Like we packed up our clothes, me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. And then we went outside, with the maletas. Everybody had maletas, and everybody's running. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit. Like that. I remember that. So then we had to go to the embajada. Embajada is the embassy where you had to go and Mariel. But that shit was too packed. You know what I'm saying? So we went to the embajada de Peru because they was helping out because there were so many people. So there was just like the boats would come, and there was boats coming from Florida, regular people with family, that were coming to help. So it was the boats that America, you know what I'm saying, they had already working, which wasn't enough because they wasn't ready for fucking Fidel opening up them jails, letting all the prisoners out. It's like another 15 to 10,000 to 15,000 prisoners on top of the 140, 120 regular civilians. And then those fucking 40,000 niggas in there causing havoc, raping. Oh look, it was a big fucking, it was a whole different movie inside the movie because nobody knew that this nigga did that.
Damn.
And my father got let out because of that. So it's a catch-22 for me. My father was no fucking sicko. They had sickos there, like rapists, like pedophiles, like niggas with brain problems. You know how Fidel used to fucking keep niggas in the woods underneath with no food, and them niggas, Count of Monte Cristo niggas, you know, that they went crazy. Let them out. That's why when we reached Miami, that's why I turned to the cocaine cowboys. That whole shit. And you see that was a real story. That derived from Marielitos. Because all those crazy niggas, they let them in the streets. They was fucking blazing shit, robbing niggas, Colombian war, and the drugs. That's where you get Scarface. That's a true story. It's just not a true story. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking Scarfaces that came at that time. It's just they made that about one specific guy, but yeah, that was real. And my father was just like a petty, you know what I'm saying? Like, my father would fucking, like, he was a criminal. He did shit that, incredible shit. He would fucking, and remember, it's Fidel, the only, you know, communist Fidel. Like, you get caught, nigga, you getting afusilado with the blindfold and everything. Aim, fire, brah. That's what he used to do to like political refugees. That's what Fidel used to do to niggas sometimes. He got the free will to do that. If he feels like you need to get killed, he'll line you up like that. Blindfold and shot by all this fucking, but my father did shit like that. I don't know how the fuck he get caught. He didn't. So my father, to me, always been the Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was good with it. But he's also a carpenter. He's also, when we came to America, he built bodegas and all of that. So he made his money there. But, you know, of course, you have to, you know, he ended his life with the same shit he started with. Usually a 360, you know, life thing when you live this life. Like me, a little bit. But, you know, I had a different chance because we got to be in America. I'm just trying to make it. I was the nigga in the hood with hoopties, giving my friends rides to fucking studios. And now I'm back with the hoopties with no license, driving myself and fucking the dog that I have everywhere around the fucking wilderness. So it's a 360. But I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
That's who I am, right? I'm lying with all that. But I'm saying just like nature, that's what I'm on.
Yeah.
And that's the nature that's from my country. You know what I'm saying? Like the water calls me, and I got into that later in life because, you know, living in the city.
So how long did you live in Miami?
Yeah, good. You took me back there. I was about to skip a whole chapter. Miami, 6 months. My aunt, we stood in there. So it was everything that you seen in Scarface. From the tell them sanitarium, not sanitation. All that shit was for real. Revenga, remember he killed all that riot that was behind it and was inciting. That was for real. That happened. It just wasn't about no revenga and all that. They had it down on their own, but that was for real. So the criminals had an uplift when we got to Miami because they wasn't feeding us because they was acting up. We was like, everybody was acting up. and the reason why we was acting up, like to them, like if you're the Marines and you're overlooking this, these fucking people like rioting and doing stupid shit, throwing shit, and that's the prisoners' behavior that overtook the whole population of the Marielitos, and they made it look like it was everybody, because they would take over little places, raping bitches in there and everything, like little girls. You know what I'm saying? My father had to fight for food. I remember. Well, the ride here, I forgot to tell you, the ride here when we got on the boat. I remember all that too. It was a fight in the boat I was with. The name of the boat I came in was called the Orca. And it was a pretty big boat, fishing boat. Probably go like 75 people, fishing. Big boat. With an infirmary in the middle, council and everything. I remember that shit. I remember standing on my father's shoulders. Not standing, but like sitting. And I witnessed a fucking fight. Like everybody's looking, it's just mad loud noise. It was repleto, that boat.
Yeah.
Called 75, but it had like 400 fucking people there inside it. You know what I'm saying? So while we was in the way already going, I remember seeing a fight. Next thing, I like a melee over there, like way over there. Heard the splash, seen the splash. Then I know where the fucking boat, like the border around us, just started turning fucking red. And all you heard was, like the fucking sharks was hitting their nose in the boat, trying to get the blood. That's how many sharks was there.
Damn.
Yeah. The whole shit is infested with sharks. And that's the type of, that's the adventure I went in. And my father was the protector, of course. And then you have to fight for food, because remember, it's not a regular fucking, it's not a regular, like transaction as far as like, just going from here to America, even though it's 90 miles, that's like, I think it was an hour and a half, 2 hours, probably like 3 hours, because this shit was too many, you know what I'm saying? But it was the same thing with the school buses, took us to underneath the campo, to get debriefed. And then there is like a big tent with nothing but army beds and shit like that. I know. Everybody get their shit. And then in there, you got the fucking criminals that staying there just like with you. But, your daughter's sleeping, niggas is awake, jerking off, shit like that. Because they're criminal fucks. And they was taking over. So my father didn't have it, of course, same thing. And then after a while, they started feeding us through, like they didn't want to feed us. There was another huelga that happened. That I was telling you, I could only bring it back to Revenga, Scarface, because it was one of those, and people started revolting because they didn't want to feed us. Because the criminals was acting so crazy, they was eating niggas' food. They'll take double the food. Niggas counted the money. Counted the food that they're giving out for each person. Niggas bullying, they doing shit. Kids not eating. These niggas is doing the disgusting shit. My father made sure, like, I remember vividly, that they said, comida. And they used to give us like a little box. I remember the box, rice, white rice, fucking canned food of, I think it was chopped, potted meat. It's called potted meat. Devil's ham. I remember that shit. I still to this day like that shit. Even though I thought it was dog food in the beginning. But I like it. On crackers and shit. Put some mayonnaise, crazy. Anyway, they started feeding us through a hole. Like it was a fucking wall and it was a brick. Like, I don't know how the fuck, it's like a brick that was missing. It was underneath the highway. But I remember they was feeding us like this because it was like savages. And they was just giving it out, like throwing it wherever the fuck, without giving it to like regular people, like, here's for you, family. Them niggas just like this. And everybody's like fucking, frenzy. And my father had to fight for that shit. And that right there, that incident right there, that day, niggas started wilding so much that they, I think somebody like struck a Marine or Army guy, started fighting with one of the criminals, and niggas was shooting. So they started shooting. My sister almost got hit with a bullet. When we was ducking, my father had to dive on us, both of us. And she almost got hit with a bullet from the Marines, because they had the guns. We didn't have the guns. There was criminal fucks, but that was just so You got to imagine the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Worst of the worst, you let them free in there. That's even worse than anything. When you think about it, and nobody did a movie yet. So that's my story, my brother. I was there when I was 5 years old. My sister was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? My father, my mother.
So when y'all got out,
That's the life that I started in America, and that's how we got off. That was for freedom. That was for my mother, and my father wanted us to, you know what I'm saying, have a, even though my father is, you know, he was caught because he sold a pair of pants on the streets. You know, it's like bootleg. He gave us 6 fucking months for that. So that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Before that, they accused him of fucking killing some cows. I think it was like the original Chupacabra killing cows. But you know what I'm saying? But he was bringing it to us. I remember I had lots of beef in my fucking stomach. We all have beef. My brother used to bring it home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh, you gotta love that, man. But you're not supposed to kill cows. Cows is like your fucking sister or brother when you're growing up in Cuba. They give you a cow, whatever. Like as soon as you're born, they give you a cow. Like this is gonna be yours forever. You get milk, cheese, everything. You gotta make sure that the cow stays alive. That's the one that provide for you. And then they had the libreta over there. It's like welfare, supposedly. The government give you stuff. You get like fucking 3 eggs every 6 months. Pair of shoes every fucking like, you know, a year. So that's the type of rations we was working with. Unless you got somebody in the fucking US that sends you packages of money. But at that time, nobody. Maybe now.
Yeah.
At that time, they had that connections like now. So you had to live with that. And then you work. My father was a fucking bus driver too. 13 cents a month. What the fuck is that? Sally Struthers make more than that. Trying to save the fucking kids from different countries. That's what I'm saying. And that's the value of the pesos. That's that's communism on top of that. And that's just third world kind of, you know how the dollar is devalued and it is. But it's, you know, I'm sure Fidel didn't fucking have 6 eggs a fucking month. You understand? So I know it's the people. So he could front all he wanted, but I'm sure he ate good. He had everything he wanted. But, you know, he did put the army suit on and came out when he talked every time.
Yeah.
He did. He played the position. Revolution, revolution. But you know that nigga eating fucking crab cakes in there. Nobody can eat that. He's living in a Capitolio. I'm saying a nice place that's renovated. And you can see what happened to Cuba really afterwards. Mm-hmm. After all of that and, you know what I'm saying, all the years. And it's the craziest shit because that's what people say, yo, I love Cuba. It's like going back in time. Cars is from 1957. Nigga, because they have to be from 1957 because nobody trades with them with the embargo. They can't. They can't do business with nobody America deals with. Japan can't do business. Who the fuck is going to send them cars? So they're not an automotive country. So they got sugar, cane, and arroz, plátano, shit like that. You know, tropical places shit. So that's all they could trade to the foreign people, you know, foreign for currency. But they can't do business with everybody like Puerto Rico could, like America. You know what I'm saying? They're friends, whoever's a friend of America, which is everybody. It's like Fat Joe and me. Can't do a song with nobody Fat Joe knows. And Joe knows everybody. So basically you're blackballed. So that's what Cuba's been going through for 60 years. Better. Yeah. It's hard to get, you know, and they still survive. That's why you got to give them extra love to people. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking humble. They're hard workers. The bus driver could fucking perform a open heart surgery on you because he's a doctor too. And he only gets, you know, 50 cents. It's a fucking deal there. But the knowledge you have and the skills you have, you go out that country, you become a star, you know? So that's the thing about Cuba. They hold you back so fucking much that when you get out, shit's just like Joe. Yeah, Cuba's like fucking Joe. Like, not Cuba, America, something like Joe. The evil America too. I'm making that shit because it's like the comparison of the embargo and what I've been going through for fucking 20 years. Yeah. They've been going for 50, 60, my people. And he's half Cuban. Sell out. So it's even worse. So, you know what I'm saying? That's unfair. And if you do that for punishment, okay, for 2 years, 3 years, lift that shit a little bit. Slowly. They're acting better. They're not doing, you reward them a little bit because you know that's unfair. And that's what it is for like, I feel that America never let go. Never let, them niggas got the same rule. And that hard because of the Fidel regime.
Yeah.
Fidel did them dirty though. But you don't make a whole population fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's not right to make people that don't deserve to get, you know what I'm saying, to be brought up like to live in a world like that, where as a world of people that, different races in the world and countries, that you stop in one country and that country has a fucking population of millions and they're in poverty and need because of your whatever whoever's and usually whoever's up there hates Fidel because the Bushes hate Fidel. All of that Kennedy hated Fidel. Remember?
Yeah.
Kennedy tried to fucking kill Fidel. And I could say Fidel, when I grew up, I had a different kind of respect for him. But at the same time, I knew he's a piece of shit. They cut out. Communism is not good at all. So it's not where, what I'm saying? I'm trying to vouch for that. It's just that any politician when they're up there, you already know they got, even though Fidel was as close to as him speaking from the fucking, as you could, he still got his education from over here, Yale. He went to Yale College, University. He got his education from America. Wow. Then he went over there with the fucking freedom fighters at 7, you know what I'm saying, with the other one, Batista and everybody else, to take over Cuba. With Che Guevara, But he got his education from me. He was playing baseball for Yale, everything.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah. Well, that's going to cost you if you didn't know that. It's a Cash App, little. Throw it in there.
So
we're gonna open up the embargo again. Kenny, stop laughing, you fucking
the
Ramadan
lines coming through.
Yeah.
So after y'all got past that, y'all settled in Florida or y'all went straight to
No, 6 months in Florida. She was crazy with the cocaine cowboy shit. They was really dying over there. It was in Northwest. My aunt sponsored us. Well, she put a name on it. She's an American citizen at the time. She's Cuban, but she's an American citizen. She's been there before us. So she signed for us. Like we knew. You know what I'm saying? You have to know somebody. It's easier for the paperwork to go through. Because that means you got family there. They could trace you back. Not like the fucking Marielitos. You give them another, Scarfaces, give them a fake name and, say you do what you do, which they did. They couldn't say they was prisoners. That's when Scarface is like, I'm a political refugee from Cuba. Yeah. And I want my fucking human rights. Like President Carter says. He said that for real. That's what they had to say, things like that. So, because they knew after a while, like, those niggas is criminals. Like he said, those fucking criminals. They didn't know you nigga open up the jails. It's still, they seen the fucking movement that was actually happening live. Yeah. And the people were suffering inside. And them niggas were surprised because what the fuck? They getting freedom. Why they fucking wilding? So, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. So that's why they said that Fidel flushed the toilets on America. So that's like a betrayal for them. So they hate him for that. They hate him for the Cuban Missile Crisis. They hate him because they try to kill him and then they get reversed and kill them. It's a lot of shit. The nigga Fidel is but he remember he's got his education from America. Yeah. And his shit was revolution. It's different. Like I don't see him as evil as I used to see him. He did evil shit. Just, like every president do shit, like on the low, but over there, because you live there, your mother, your father tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, so they do things for power that are evil, but they don't consider it evil because they like, I had to do that because I got to get in power. No, nigga. What the fuck happened to the 7 niggas you came with and they liberated Cuba? They all mysteriously died? Yeah. Yeah, Fat Joe. Like, you didn't get Cuban cut. Like, Charlie Rock didn't fucking get booted out because you was scared of him. Like, you already know. It's the same thing. That's why I compare it to my situation. Because it's funny that a half Cuban motherfucker, after I get my freedom out of communist Cuba, I come to the capital of the world, capitalistic, just for everybody. I got a half Cuban, dude that I work with that is acting like Fidel on me. tried to stop me and block me for years. And he had the power to do it. Just like Fidel had the power to do what he did. He obviously had the power behind the scenes to work his magic, his black magic on my career. That's why I make that comparison.
So after your tia signed, kind of sponsored y'all?
Sponsored us, got quicker, like when a month was out, we went to live with her. My father was hustling, trying to do shit. It was mayhem in the streets. All the Marielitos was out. Shootouts, like you said. Every niggas is dying. The drug game. So we left. My father said, we saw a fucking, I remember seeing a anuncio, like a commercial on TV. And that shit said, Puerto Rico, the shining star. Fly Delta. Next thing you know, I was in Delta. We flew to fucking Puerto Rico. And we went to Puerto Rico for no reason. From Miami to Puerto Rico. 5 years old. Stood in Puerto Rico for 4 years. So, Puerto Rico's fucking twin of Cuba, except they got welfare. And they got America on their side. So they got more freedom and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's not communist. So it's, you know what I'm saying? It's more understood because, Spanish still. And at that time, Puerto Rico and Cuba always been like, paro con la misma ala. Una ala de la misma. So, birds of a feather flock together. Cuba got their independence first. The Spanish-American War. And Puerto Rico, as a compatriota that fought alongside with the Cubans to get their freedom, asked the Cubans, can they use the same flag as them? And that's why you got the Puerto Rican flag, which is the same as the Cuban flag, which is inverted colors. You know what I'm saying? The red triangle of Cuba's is blue for Puerto Rico. And the lines are, same thing. But same flag. And that's a token of friendship from back then. But then, in the political side, the reason Cuba was so dangerous and Fidel was such a big figure throughout these years because the distance of Cuba and America, 90 miles. Cuba started messing with the Russians. Cuba was communist, so was the Soviet Union. They had that thing going on. Remember back in the days? So Soviet Union was the only threat to America that was big enough to fucking take on America. But Cuba, Fidel, that nigga said, throw me the missiles over here, papo. They want to play with me. So that's why he gassed Gorbachev and them niggas throw the missiles over here. Hurry up. I'll put the motherfucking missiles up their ass if they act funny for the communists. And America was scared of Fidel because Fidel was going to do it for real. Like, he ain't going to bluff. He did everything else before. He never bluffed. He's not scared. So Fidel gassed him to put nukes in. The nukes is already in Cuba. That's what happened. Never fired him. He used it for his advantage. Why? What you said? Tell me again. He had niggas like that. He said, no, I'm just going to say nothing. He had America like that. You know say so. He couldn't do nothing, this nigga, because the fucking world was a fucking superpower now. He got missiles. Fidel. Even though he never used it, he fucking fronted his way off, and they gave him more power. Just like Pun went with Joe, gave him a little more nuclear power, gave Joe's voice a little more nuclear, a little extra, so his word became bigger, and he could use that to put it against me. Get it? Now, when fucking the Soviet Union and all them Russian niggas, remember, America crushed them. That was the Cold War. The Cold War was all propaganda, was all this, Olympics and all this threats and shit, and they never went to war. But they fell. The economic shit, they all broke up. Remember, they all fucking. So what happened when Gorbachev, Fidel, give my fucking missiles back. Nigga, I need to go sell them shits in the fucking pawn shop. What missiles? You never gave me no missiles. He did the Devo to them. You never gave me no bike. So he took the fucking missiles and kept them. That motherfucker. Deaded them. Who's gonna go get the fucking missiles in Cuba? Russians. And what's funny about that, let me bring that around, because when I was 4 years old in Cuba, I went to a party in my grandmother's house, a finca, in Monte. Right? It was a party. I was 4 years old. Asking my dad, people dancing in the living room and stuff like that. I remember that. Pulled on my father's shirt, they gonna say, I'm thirsty. Stop, give me some water. In Cuba, they got the fucking barrels. They got 2 barrels. Well, my grandmother had 2 barrels, but she's in the woods, you know what I'm saying? Like, up in the mountains and shit like that with the well, you live off the land. She had 2 barrels. Barrels, 1 water, 1 fucking has kerosene in it. They both fucking clear liquids, of course. That's my fucking grandmother. Love her. She's watching me to this day. She's my protector. Granny, te lo digo en español también. ¿Quién cojones hace eso? Clear liquids together. You can smell it. Kerosene's kerosene. Water's water. Loud music, party. Niggas dancing salsa, cumbia everywhere. I'm thirsty. Papi, dame agua, por favor. My father goes and he gets an iron, one of them Viking fucking cups made from, steel. He dips the shit in the thing. Doesn't know what the fuck it is. It's loud. He fills it up. Then, goes to the, and then, of course, because I'm 4 years old, dale, papi, that drink. So I have to drink the fucking kerosene. And if you ever in your life understand that the smell alone will gag you, I swallowed this shit. So that shit just takes your breath out. So you can't breathe. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? You throw up, you can't because the fucking fumes. My father doesn't know. He's dancing. Yeah, I'm like, oh, then they found out. My father found out, freaked the fuck out. He took me over his shoulder, ran through the fucking woods, through cornfields and everything. Who the fuck is in the middle of the cornfield? 3 fucking Russian Jeeps. They took me to the hospital and saved my life. Russians. Am I Forrest Gump or what? Real shit. And this is not me fucking. I think y'all niggas know that I don't fucking cap, right? I don't lie, right? If I'm saying it like this, it's for real because I'm so fucking proud that I went through that shit. But I'm really proud because it's like hard times. I mean, it's a beautiful story now. I look back at it and it's like. So when you talk about the Joe incidents and the terrorist question, like, that's not what makes me. It's not even the cuff of what I am. But it's what we're on and the time that is unanswered to me. It's a mysterious story also that has no ending yet because it's no closure because there's no villain like that's been identified except Fat Fuck, which he played a role in, but he's not really he has corporates, and I just want to see the whole team. I want to see the pyramid of the team without nobody else, not in TV, not nothing. No, me. See, that's it. Because it's just it's the real part of me. And I could play games, jokes. I'm a comedian. I fucking make you, yeah. But when it's real, and you know what I'm saying. And they know that. They know that, and it bothers me that they played that card backwards to try to, use it against me. And it did work to them because they got money, they got the machine behind them. They could pump money, they could start rumors. I think it was Esquire or Enquire magazine. Well, that's what they could do up there. They got departments where they could push some money in there. Like we want to break an artist. Oh, let's put her around, Puffy. And then let's make up a rumor. I remember Joe telling me that shit. And he wanted me to make up a rumor about, me and Rosie Perez. Because remember, he's the one who thought about me fucking being a pretty boy. I wasn't rapping in front of pretty. What the fuck? I said, everybody knows that you're really a hoe. Like, that was my closest song to be nice to a girl. And and lady, I'm trying to eat the pastry. And I hated eating pastry. So I was really lying a little bit. But I know how to fuck around with it. I know how to finesse it. I know how to do the freaky. And I'm married. So, I was probably, in that sense, it was crazy. We young kids had to go through it, had to play our position. We did. Not that I hated it, but I'm saying I couldn't fit it right.
Yeah.
So now is when the condom, the motherfucking, the fucking, not the sky blue, the what? Forgot what it's called. The Trojan horse. We're going to a gay side now, but I'm saying, we could fit. We 100% fitted. You know what I'm saying? We fit. So as far as like the talent, where I feel now, definitely as a writer, as a musician, as a composer, as a rapper. And I say that for real because I play those fields. I'm not trying to even act like I'm, and through the years, the skill set that I come from, even when I sat down with Pun and we wrote rhymes together, I used to be the helping hand behind Joe's shit, give him lines, even though I didn't want to give Joe shit because I know I'm not giving that nigga shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I felt a certain way about him.
Yeah.
Because he was like, he used to say we was whack, yet we write his fucking songs, and then nigga got the nerve to say, like, criticize us. And he used to do it on maldad. You know what I'm saying? Just to be a dick because he picked Pun. He used to do that shit. Try to like get us to argue and shit. But it just worked backwards. You know what I'm saying? Pun's plan was to make us like to show him how dope he was. And we did. We did songs, I did songs like Off the Books. You know, Sage did his own things where he got recognition. I did songs that they had to put out because it was undeniable. So I knew I had the talent, but still played my position as kind of a regular dude. I like that position. I like that because I don't know. For some reason, I felt like I would be in competition with my bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a star.
Yeah.
And not that I was okay. I was never a yes man, but I knew he'd do it great. He'd do it 10 times better than me. Play that star role. You got to know how to play that. Joe was compared to Pun. Joe was whack. Now you can probably see a little bit, and they probably like him a little bit. Joe also had his style, but he's just not as real as Pun. Pun was authentic.
Yeah.
He was who he was with no smoke screen. Joe got the fucking smoke screens and he fucking is a liar.
Let's take it back from when y'all left Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, a shining star. That's a commercial I saw the guy. You pull it up. You probably go to fucking YouTube and pull it up. We've seen that. And that's the 4 years in Puerto Rico.
4 years.
Went to first grade, second grade, got to second grade. Went to school and all that shit. Fit in and all that. It was coming up. It was like it was coming up a little bit. My father, hard worker. My mother, hard worker. When we first landed, they was doing their own little fucking, they had a little spot across the street from the school where I went. My sister went. They had a little cafeteria with little sandwiches, coffee shop. Great cooks. My father was a hustler. And from there, he was fucking, my father's always into the business, trying to get up. He's trying to always come up. So from there, he got a bodega / crib. Like we lived upstairs from the fucking bodega that we used to sell shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like a commercial.
And this is already in...
This is in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, this is Ponce. I think it was Ponce. But I lived in Canóvanas. Santurce was the last place. But that's before New York. We went down. Like fucking the Jeffersons, but like fast.
Yeah.
My father started fucking doing the horses and gambling. Mujeriego. Shit. You get caught up in that. And that's what he was doing. Remember I told you he was from jail. So them niggas always catch a flashback later on in life and they go back, fuck shit up. So horses, gambling, mother's in the house, taking care of us. He's out all kind of nights, all fucking going to clubs, whatever the fuck back then with the boots. Remember them fucking they thought it was fucking. I hated the boots.
Timbos?
Hell no Timbos. Nigga, I don't fucking Timbos. You got the cowboy half, like 3/4 boots, remember? Which is cool.
Oh, you talking about the ones that
the taco on it.
That come out and
not
do
the big joint, not the fucking Iron Sheiks. No. Not the
Iron Sheiks.
Not the Iron Sheiks. I'm talking about in the 80s they had a boot with the zip on the side. And it cost money. There was the shit. There was, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was dressing up and all that shit. My father's suits type nigga. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we went down. So by the time we was in fucking Santurce, Calle 16, which was the Caseríos, was already fucking in, back in fucking Guatemala somewhere. There. You know what I'm saying?
Third world.
Third world, fourth world, really. That's when the dope was out.
Mm.
Hitting guillas everywhere. Like we seen needles just thrown in the air. I'm playing with my friends, jumping over fucking dope fiends while they fucking get high. See times we stayed there. We see them niggas, they didn't give a fuck. There was already spaced out, them niggas. Young dudes back then, but it was like 20 something.
Mm.
I was like fucking what? I was 6, 7, 8, 9. And I remember me and my friends being around the hallways and shit, the niggas looking for the vein. All that. We seen them. Ew! Run away.
Yeah.
Fucking start playing tag and shit. I got caught up into it. But remember it very well. Remember fucking niggas. I remember one incident when we was playing in the fucking hallway with my friends. My mother's in the house. The next door neighbor fucking screaming, Ayuda! Fucking the son, he was a crackhead. I mean, a dope fiend. Taking the fucking TV out to throw back the fucking house. Shit like that. Like, that's how in poverty and craziness, I was raised around. So it's nothing like, no silver spoons here.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love that. Because that's what I'm to this day. I'm for those people. You know what I'm saying? I speak for that. Not because I represent that.
Yeah.
I do represent that. But a cure for that. That part.
Mm-hmm.
Drug epidemic and stuff. But as far as the poverty, coming up, making something out of nothing, that's me. That's what we did. That's the American dream.
So after spending 4 years in Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's another story. That's later on in life, 2017. But I went to Mexico. First time I traveled because I forgot that I was a fucking, I thought I was a citizen all the time. I told you. I got married when I was fucking 21. I had my son, got married. I'm thinking, hey, I'm a fucking citizen now. I got married. Usually, we see things like that. I hear things. You get married, you're not today, you become a citizen. You got to get married. So, ghetto mentality. Still college and all that. No, I'm smart. Let's fuck. And I'm, but the ghetto mentality always seems to get the best of me sometimes because I don't want to really go do no extra work because it's America. America was easy.
Yeah.
So I already was Americanized, in other words, because, I came here with the American dream. I remember the struggle for freedom, the fucking, 30 cents a fucking year for fucking doing surgery on brains. We didn't want to be that. So the struggle was on. Immigrant mind state, hard work, dedication, go to school. And even in Cuba, school was a priority. Everybody's fucking in school in Cuba. That's why you can say things about Cuba, but the medicine field, just the scholarship type of students and people that are in the education system is incredible to this day. You can't even believe it. Being in such a poverty situations that so many educated people are there. That's just crazy. You don't blame that on Fidel. You know what I'm saying? That's not a fucking Fidel, but he did make sure the likes of Che Guevara. Che Guevara was a fucking doctor and a guerrillero and a fucking cook. These niggas are not regular people. These niggas are everything. You know what I'm saying? They like one-man fucking teams when it comes to skills like that. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's the bloodline. And even though he was from Bolivia, he's not even Cuban. He was just a liberator. He helped Fidel liberate Cuba. But those are the niggas he was rocking with. 7 of those, I think. 7 freedom fighters team that they took over Cuba. And he took over Cuba. Fidel went in there and took it. Not like the niggas elected him. This nigga went and fucking got the pulse of the people, talked to them personally, killed niggas, chased niggas out, went to war himself with the front line. He was in the front line with them. It wasn't like, and then they got Fat Joe, I'll give you 5,000, do that shit and I'm gonna be over here. No, niggas was front row putting that work in. And that's why you can't say too much shit about him either. They took it. They didn't give it to him. They took it. And nobody took it from him yet. So, gotta give, that says something. You know, that's why they were scared when he had the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right? You know what he did when he went in there? He broke up the whole mafia. Remember, the mafia was supposed to go to Cuba.
Yeah.
And the Godfather, that was real. They was doing treaties with fucking president.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Batista. Batista was a sellout. It's like, you know what I'm saying, corrupt and all of that, taking money on the side.
Yeah.
See, when Fidel came in there, this nigga just said, okay, I gotta go. Took his family and ran like a bitch. So, even though Fidel did a lot of fucked up shit to the rich people too. Like people that didn't deserve it. When he took over all the rich niggas' property, took all their assets and gave it back. Well, he didn't give it back shit. Sure, he kept money. But he used that property to make schools, hospitals, stuff like that. Did that at least. But I'm sure he kept all that. Put it right in the fucking treasury of itself. You know, Fidel Castro's fucking Bank of America card. Sure he did. And yeah. You have to respect certain things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't cover the fact that he did a lot of shit. Killed a lot of people that didn't deserve to die to gain power. And I'm not the type of niggas to be like, oh, you gotta break some eggs to get, a whole fucking chicken. No. You know what I'm saying? Foul shit is foul shit, and you gotta call it how it is.
Yeah.
America did that all these years. And look what now. They're trying to take Colón back. Columbus, they don't even want to recognize them as the nigga stole it. We all know they fucking came here and stole the fucking land. So now the truth is going to be, it's being felt by the new generations that came after us. But when we was growing up, I think it was fucking, the books was saying every white man was a fucking superstar. I remember that.
Make Columbus look like a hero.
Everybody that was light skinned. Everybody that was fucking somebody, statues made out of, it was a white.
Yeah.
Which they are. But they forgot to tell us that they robbed it from a colored nigga.
Yeah.
They didn't forget it. They deliberately did that. They knew what the fuck they doing. That's what they do. It's an evil plan to make sure your wealth is forever. Fuck circle of life, circle of fucking power stays the same. That's what they did. That's the crazy shit. Rob the black man of education. Prohibit him from fucking knowing his fucking roots. Leave him lost. To this day, African Americans are trying to get to understand their roots, their history. That's crazy. And they're the first ones when it comes to the white man, so far here. America. And we got our own different struggles, of course. I was in Cuba for communism. You know what I'm saying? The Mariel, the whole shit, that's real.
Yeah.
So I know the struggle of that. I know the poverty. I also know the pride in being Caribeño, you know what I'm saying? Being Latino, being Spaniard, being Indian, being African. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. How old were you and what year was it when y'all landed in New York?
1980.
1980.
No, hell no. 1980 is when I came, and then went from 81 to 1985.
1985.
Mets was popping. That's when we knew. I didn't know no English. Came from Puerto Rico. I don't know what the fuck we doing in New York. My father, for some reason, he had a fucking lady that he fucking met. Angelita. She was Dominican. And, the lady was already, she was the lady, but she was a fucking street lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hustle. She's a hustler. So, my father always had those people all around us. They hustled us, too. They hustled us. They told us to go out to Coney Island one day, and when we came back, they fucking robbed my father for $500 that he had in his luggage. And then my father called him later with the bolitas. Changed the numbers in the bolitas. Fucking got him for 5 Gs. A lot of stories, man. A lot of stories. But it's that world. It's that underworld. Even though my father tried to, no, he didn't. I'm lying. He didn't keep it mute for you. Tried to say that. He never kept us away. Fucking rob trucks, and then me and my sister would go fucking sell the items. And like throughout the whole fucking Jersey, like selling fucking viandas and fucking candy. They rob trucks too. Real stories. Let's not even get into that. It's always other sides. When my father got here, he was building bodegas, just like he had the last bodega over there in Puerto Rico. But then fell on hard times. Went to Santurce. I saw the fucking dolphins jumping over dolphins and playing fucking tag. And then we went to, that's when, after that, went to New York. Thinking there was nothing.
1985.
Yeah, but that's where I was living there, that type of, so we went down. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we was good, living good for a little bit. Father had a car and we started fucking doing the gambling and hanging out. Shit went down. Hell. And then, so, you know, that was like emergency shit. Oh, we forgot it. That was the worst already. That's caserillos. That's, you know what I'm saying? And they don't got welfare fucking. I think that's why probably my father probably came in, welfare and shit. You know, America had always like food and shit you get. So maybe that was an incentive. No, not really for him. But my mom's definitely, you know how they do it in our communities. You know what I'm saying? The women stay home and they do what they do, collect the fucking, well, the thing. And my father, you know, the father goes out with the spear and fucking kills everybody and brings back the money, whatever he could get, spreads it. If they're not caught up in the crack epidemic, then that's another thing. You know, my family's good on that. We even touched that. My father even sell drugs. He wasn't in that game. But he stuck up the fucking drug niggas all day, you know? And my father's just that. Love him to death. Realest nigga I know. But got us in trouble, you know? Try not to be like that with my son and shit like that, but it's a whole different story. Could never be a better father than my father. That's my kid. He passed away on me, so, you know, God bless him. But he's a good man, good man. Without him, I wouldn't be here. Wouldn't be no Cuban Link, wouldn't be no Rodrigo. So Omega wouldn't ever be part of my fucking job description. So, you know, he's definitely the main reason why we came to America. And that was the best thing ever. America's a beautiful place. Got an ugly, it's definitely got ugly sides to it, but it's more beautiful than ugly. When you got the opportunity. When you race somewhere else and you know the difference, you know, and you're not probably taking advantage of the opportunity part. So you're thinking nothing but positive. How you could get up there, play by the rules and get it. If you play by the rules, you can get it. I got Americanized. I'm saying after I came here, like I said, I didn't know English. I was hanging out with black people, Morenos, all day. 1955, Sheridan Avenue, 163rd, 165th. 164th by Yankee Stadium. 85, burned down buildings, smoke, still smell it, fire from those buildings. They was doing the Jewish people, well, not Jewish, but the owners of the buildings, which was mostly fucking Jewish. It was burning like the buildings to get insurance jobs. It was getting money for it. And the crack epidemic at the same time. So out of them abandoned buildings, hello, that's where the fucking drug dealers set up the shop. And just like me, when they was serving us food over there in the camp, through the window, through the hole, that's what they used to do. Crack cells right through the hole of fucking the walls of the abandoned buildings. Lines. I'm talking about fucking lines. Like fucking, the concert, Jay-Z's performing. That much lines. Zombies.
Damn.
And then we used to play. You see now, instead of fucking jeringuillas and needles like in Puerto Rico, it was crack rounds. Taj Mahal's black tops, yellow tops. All of it. So, still, wasn't my thing. Played around that. Saying, learned all the fucking American games, slugs, skelzies, fucking, I even tried double dutch, like a fucking bitch with bitches, because, you know, they was doing it. In basketball, everything Americanized. But, got my education. You know what I'm saying? Mom dude still come out the window like fucking 9 o'clock. Elito, arriba. Go upstairs, you know what I'm saying? And participated in fucking chess. Was thriving as far as like education. I just love be smart but not a nerd. what I'm saying? Like, I know my shit, but don't be a fucking nerd. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unpopular. So it was just me. So like, I believe in it. I'm saying I believe my son just graduated too. He got his bachelor's from college. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's starting, you know what I'm saying, just regular shit, but she's on her way. So that's something that we keep, you know what I'm saying, from. So I don't understand I do understand now, as far as like the system, how to the fucking, like, to shit the education on the teaching, how they cut back the budgets, and it's unfair and all that, but okay. I remember we had nothing. We learned. I know I learned. That shit was a beautiful time for me.
Yeah.
As far as like being broke and going to fucking free lunch, playing in after school programs, they don't have that no more. I understand that too. They cut that. So, but I remember being broke as fuck, welfare. Dad brings of course, he buy me the Jordans, you know what I'm saying? Because money's not part of the fucking face-to-face, the welfare part. But that's the extra money. Mm-hmm. So when I went to 5th grade, father had me paid $120. I haven't paid that much. Back then, to pay $120, you're getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? But that was already when I knew English. I knew my block. You know what I'm saying? They knew me as, you know what I'm saying, Phil. 5th grade, transition of being cool and stop bringing the fucking briefcase to school type shit. Try to dress like my pops with the fucking suits. That's when I put bought me the new Jordans. I didn't even know what the fuck they was. I see them. I love them. The ones with the nets and snake skin in the back.
Yeah.
Ooh, the bubble. 3/4. White on gray. Black splashes on it. Craziness. Like mint white. So imagine I had Levi's on. The shit was kind of tight on us. It's not like we got baggy shits. So fucking fideo, noodle legs, giant fucking, like now. That's what they're doing now. Fucking tighty, skinny jeans, big shoes. But back then, niggas used to fucking get the elite pass torn off. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was just different. The communities was different. Even though it was a crack epidemic, and see the zombies, and it was drug dealers in the corner. It was still kids playing, you know what I'm saying? In the middle of shit, and they look out for each other. And there was no sickos, sickos and fucking pedophiles and everything. They couldn't exist there. I remember one time in Sheridan, they caught somebody, Jamaican dude, like in the back of somewhere, fucking by a building, trying to do something to a girl. The whole block chased this nigga. He ran right past me. I was playing fucking Skelsies in the street. In the sidewalk. All I heard of the niggas, he was barefooted, dreads, Jamaican, fucking yellow shirt. Nigga was doing 100 like that. You see this open chest. And me bumbleclad. Spanish and black niggas chasing the nigga from all the way down. The whole block. And then as you go past the blocks, niggas start joining the fucking, joining the chase. He was running towards the precinct, which is 161st. That's where the criminal court is at. All the cops is there. So he was running my block. 162, 161st. That's where it's at. Hauling ass. But they called him trying to do something to a girl. So I'm just trying to say, like, communities stuck together. Even though there was negative stuff in there, it was still that positive, community. Now it's not the same. Now you got what we got because don't know. But I know, but I don't know. I know that the crack, definitely epidemic, definitely fucked a lot of shit up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mothers have babies. Babies not all fully there yet because the crack. Don't know the repercussions of smoking crack, all that shit. The white man is talking about, fucking, forever damaged. They got problems.
Yeah.
Kids. It's a whole nation of kids being born. Motherfuckers are using drugs like that. It's got to be a problem later on in life. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely for the black community and the Spanish community, definitely. Heroin. Drugs have been a big problem always in our community. My family, no, never. My mother, never. Not even cigarettes. So I learned my shit. Like I told you, my cousin came out of nowhere from left field, gave me a fucking habit that I got to this day. And that's my fucking nigga still to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin.
So how was the music scene at that time?
It was fucking Fat Boys. It was Curtis Blow. I rule the world. Yeah. It was the ha. It was a local probably. The ha. Stupid shit, but it was our shit. It was AJ. It was fucking Roxanne Shante. It was the show, the Scarlet Show. Dun, 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 dun. It was the Pee Wee Herman dance. It was all that. It was the fucking wearing the spikes. It was B-boys. It was fucking breakdancing with the cardboards. It was graffiti, go bombing the trains. It was all that. It was still breakdancing when I got there. I still went to see Beach Street. It was really it was happening. It's not like it was, it's a movie, but the movie is exactly what we're doing. So it's a reenactment of what we was really doing.
Fell in love with the culture.
Yeah, but you had to. It was so fucking captivating. It was captivating. It was everywhere. It was from the shoes we wore, the swag, the diddy bop, from the way you wrote. You know what I'm saying? From everything you did, fashion. So it's the elements that got you. It was the DJing, the music. So and it was one station. It was fucking, when I was there, it was Magic. Magic. You know what I'm saying? It was the only nigga with 98 points. No. WBLS, Kiss. I think Kiss. He had like an hour of hip hop show. Still record. Back in the days, you got the tapes.
Yeah.
And if you buy a tape with music over it, you had the fucking thing. The little
Stuff
thing.
it.
Break that shit. Stuff something in there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to record over the same shit every week. It would be the same tape. And what we record over. That's the trick. And we used to have free fucking little HBO because in the Bronx, we never had cable. Ever. I hadn't had cable. But somehow, when I lived over there, you put the antenna, the hanger. You take the hanger, you put it to the side a little bit, you get HBO. You get to see Fraggle Rock. Stupid ass fucking shit that I loved. That was cable.
Mm-hmm.
But we had free cable because, the reception was fucked up. And WHT we had. But WHT sucked, like, the reception. Now, HBO, we could call it clean a little bit. So I got to see a lot of movies, Rockies back then.
Yeah.
That was when Rocky, Commando, all that shit was up. And E.T.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. We bought the fucking Encyclopedia Britannica that came to your house when the fucking salesman came. Caught my fucking dad, but you had to buy a book every. Remember, that's the first like pyramid scheme bullshit. But it was encyclopedias, education. So my father was sticking people up regardless, but he wanted to be a good father. He did. Bought me a fucking set of drums, bought me Jordans. Fucking took me to robberies with him. Told me to stay in school. Told me to beat my ass. I used to translate. They don't know English. So, father, teacher, conference. I was smart, but I was a fucking dickhead too. I was a clown. So the teachers, I was the translator.
Yeah.
Leave me to be the translator. You know that? So I used to front. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, teachers used to be like, tell your dad that you're very disrespectful sometimes. A mí que estoy bien. Soy un buen alumno. Estudio todos los días. Pero hablo un poquito. I have to throw a little bit, talk a little bit. That's what he said, you know what I'm saying? Tell him when I turn around, you throw papers at me. Y que no tiene problema nada más, que yo hablo un poquito. So I used to definitely do that. So it saved a lot of screaming. My father started both. My father didn't really lay a hand on me, but he used to throw the fucking, like, fits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was enough. Because, supposed to get disappointed. We get fucking sharks, criminals. What the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's always the thing. Like, you can't go harder than that. Like, what the fuck? You can't learn this shit, nigga. Came from fucking 1,000 miles away. You gotta learn this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing. That was the perception. And it's true. You know what I'm saying? That hunger is very needed. Especially in today's, that's why. America was born and it's created by immigrants.
Yeah.
Whether Italians, whether the Irish, whether Spanish, Black. You know what I'm saying?
So at what age did you discover that you had that gift?
What, me jerking off?
Music.
Music? Always, man. I mean, I used to listen to music. Spanish all day, like music. My mother, menudo and all that shit. I used to listen to that shit. Then I got into the, soul, Jackson 5, all that shit. Like all the artists, Richie, Lionel Richie, Culture Club, even. Come on. We immigrants. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
And he was like a straight up fag. He was fag, and you knew he's a fag. You know he's fucking a drummer. Now, undercover nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even anybody who shows themselves who they are, and they fucking be who they are, usually you don't have problems with them because they're comfortable in their own skin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just an example I'm saying. Back in the days,
yeah,
there was a lot of motherfuckers wearing dresses and rock and roll scene, lipstick, and want to be like women. Some of them niggas was men. Kiss, remember that? Makeup and all that. We compared it to wrestling. But you knew that this thing, because he said it. Red, Bull, and green at the rainbow already. But he's rocking, and he's dope. No problem. Cyndi Lauper, another one. She's kind of strange. Might have been a butch back then. She's the fucking best bitch ever. But she was wrestling. She had a beautiful voice. She was in the Goonies. Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you, that kind of pop, Madonna. My sister loved Madonna.
Mm.
And I had fucking Michael Jackson in my fucking little pictures. And Menudo. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking little fans. But that's when we was younger. That's when we still kind of Hicks from straight up from Cuba and those like Spanish. Then we got hip hop. That's before the hip hop really came. I started getting to the music like that. Then it was every fucking like week recording these shows. Started doing a little graffiti. Beatbox was my first thing. Because of the Fat Boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The human beatbox. All of them niggas was dope. And that's one group that I don't think they give the enough credit. Because I remember, man, it was like they did it big. They did it big as far as like the movies. There was good actors. They're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see, like when you see Busta Rhymes act in Shaft and stuff, you can see he's still, like, you know what I'm saying, Halloween. He's not as good because he's still an artist. Mm-hmm. He's not comfortable like DMX. DMX fucking artist. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's a movie star. Yeah. Like, because probably he was careless and he got into the role like that. But I'm just saying, like, some rappers at that time was like iffy. It's only if LL was a little iffy in the beginning, but then he got better. But them niggas, when they did Disorderlies, they did things. They did fucking movie. Like Kid and Play too. Kid and Play was dope too. Mm. There was fucking little actors for real. Even though that it was kind of commercial because they already crossed over. Fat Boys was already, there was a gimmick. Yeah. With food and shit. Look at them. Nigga died too. The human beatbox Buff died. Before Pun. Because of weight. And the name was Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that story there, even though we don't compare it as much, but it hit home right there. You know what I'm saying? Something that we never even talked about. We've never seen Pun as a fat dude, even though he was 600 fucking pounds. This nigga was still slim in our heads because of the way he kept himself. Yeah. And the way I remember him too, he could play sports still, 500, not the same way, but he still was anxious to do it. He was, energized to do it. He beat me in fucking handball, this fat fucking best friend of mine. Yeah. How the fuck this nigga beat me in handball by one point? I'm slim as fucking Jim. This nigga, at least 350, almost pushing 400. Handball court. I could go like this over there. How the fuck he gets the ball? This nigga's doing fucking dives, everything. Yeah. Fucking, fat motherfucker doing this I'm trying to tell you, he's so agile. Like, he was like unbelievable with shit like that. Because he wasn't really a fat guy. He wasn't born fat. Like Joe was born fat. That's why he's slim. You still see the fat face and the eye droops. And the neck's still like in a fat nigga's head. He forgot to put his head in the steam room. Put that shit in there for 2 hours. Go back to skinny nigga. But he forgot. Pun was skinny, model nigga. Like me, like as far as like slim and 180, cock diesel, lifting, naturally built, loved boxing, loves just playing sports. That was his. That was where his soul kept. You know what I'm saying? Like his habits. He still had the habit of a skinny nigga.
Yeah.
Except he ate 1,000 fucking pounds every fucking, by himself on the low.
So how old were you when y'all first met?
I met him when I was 15.
15?
When I moved, yeah. I moved from Sheridan. Then I went Bueno on down again, even worse. Sheridan, we was doing good. My father, remember, bodegas, building it. Hey, let's go back to the horses. That's when he went back to the horses. Every time we went to the horses, we went to the stables. Underneath the, we went to the barns again.
Yeah.
So welfare kicked in. Oh, we got a new place. Little projects called Little Vills. 167 Prospect. That's where, Forest Projects. Joe, 2 blocks. That's where he's from. TS. Street, TS. And then you got the ranch. So here. So I named my fucking projects. They were brand new when we moved in. It was brand new, spanking new. Like new projects, 3-floor projects. Mm-hmm. And I named it the Little Vills. Like a little village. Because the fucking forest over here, you got a ranch. We're in the middle. A little village in the middle of these fucking 2 crazy fucks. They go crazy. These are criminal fucks, both sides. You know what I'm saying? Forest Projects has like fucking 13 buildings. Nothing but fucking, young kids that are lost. That are criminals. Moms, crackheads. God forbid them, you know what I'm saying? But they have hard times and they got to go on the streets and sell drugs and do what they do. Same as the ranch. 1 building, but it's like fucking sanitarium for real. Not the sanitation. It was real sanitarium. The ranch. And that's where I grew up at later on. When I was 15. No. So I had to relearn everything, surroundings. Nothing but love, always. You know what I'm saying? Neighborhood kids, best. That's when, and I claim that more than Sheridan. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I really, and I was poorer. I was like worst. That's where niggas used to, we used to line up, the crew would go to the bus stop and rob everybody from the fucking bus to the next stop. Get off and go into the fucking projects. Like everybody, bitches, everything, bamboo earrings, everything. Like that. We beat up fucking bums for no reason because they was bums walking by, just drunk. Yeah. Stupid shit. Selling drugs. Find out I'm not good at that, really. Fucking in the Pebble Beach, the roof. Fucking chicks. Doing things. Playing basketball. Going to boxing school down the block. Fort Apache. Shout out to Mitch. George. But that was it. That was my high school years. I graduated junior high school. From high school. Chelsea vocation. All the way fucking Canal Street. Because I think I wanted to go, once again, I wanted to do the smart thing. I like smart shit. When I go to school, I like to fall out when I'm in the street. That was me. But I'm thinking I'm going to the fucking this. I want to, because I got kicked out of Alfred E. Smith. Alfred E. Smith is in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. Automotive school. I didn't want to go to fucking, I don't know how to fix cars. What the fuck happened? Automotive, alternative school. I hit Mr. Woods, Mr. Hart with a fucking piece of wood back and said, playing around, clowning. Mm-hmm. He took it for fucking real. They told the dean, I got to get the fuck out of here. Expel me, whatever. I picked the next school. That shit was Canal. Changed my route. Definitely go with the white and Chinese people. Let's go to fucking Canal Street. That's where they gotta go. You go to Canal Street. That's what the Chinese town is at. Chinatown. It's white people over there. The village and shit. Change scenery. I don't want to hit motherfucking. I don't want to get in trouble. Cause my parents do. I go over there. Nothing but black and fucking Spanish niggas around. There's not no fucking Chinese nigga. There's not no. Probably a 1 white fucking student, and he's a criminal. The worst shit. Now I gotta worry about the Decepticons and new gangs. Doesn't matter. They all love me. I love fucking Chelsea to death. It was a great experience. But it's just a thought. I just thought it was gonna be a whole, you know what I'm saying, smarter school. It's the worst shit. It's just no pictures because it's alternative. Now I gotta fix photocopies. And I gotta work on carpetronics. It's carpentry and electronics together. Who the fuck knows that? I don't. I never learned shit about I built a well. I almost built the whole house. They make you build a house, a little model house. I built a well. That's all I did, a well. I painted it. That's the only thing I ever did. I think I got a C for that shit. But I graduated, 85% average. Chelsea, love Chelsea to death. Small ass school. But then when I was leaving, that's when the bitches started coming. I used to bring pun there. So my friends out there, I used to already drive the little bootleg fucking hoopty. I had a BMW.
Yeah.
But it was the Coogee rap shit on the run. Mafioso shit, but still a hoopty. I had to push that shit a couple of times, but pun was in there. He come pick me up with a Saab. Niggas know. You know what I'm saying? That was like, I did also a performance there in the auditorium. Took like 2-3 guys. Made like a group because, that's when I knew I could compose and write for others. I wrote 2 of them niggas, like their parts, incorporated with my parts. And the other guy, he wrote his part. But we did like a thing for the auditorium, like a presentation. Everybody had to do something different. We chose rap. And that was really that was a Coogee rap, Big Daddy Kane years. That's that. The other ones was like the ones before that was Melly Mel, White Lines, all that shit was popping back then. So I came to hip hop in that. Graffiti, breakdancing, Melly Mel and them, Furious 5, Grandmaster Flash. I came in that. And I remember them. Beatbox, Zulu Nation, as far as the movement. Then the Canes. And that was a whole different Big Daddy, the fucking symphony.
And was you already writing music at this time?
I was trying, but by myself. That's what, I wrote for them guys.
Yeah.
But I was doing it. That was the first time I came out. Before that, I did a presentation in class, 5th grade. I took Run DMC song and I did We on a Mission for the crack epidemic. Choose art, whatever it is, painting, whatever, and talk about crack. Oh, crack is whack. So I chose rap again. I said my first rhyme there. But then later in high school, it was more, you know what I'm saying? I was more into it, like lyrically. That was the era of Red Man and all that shit. So it was kind of strange like that, but it was lyrical.
Yeah.
But it's strange. Different style that you hear me today. But still trying to find myself. You know what I'm saying? My name was I wasn't a lyrical assassin there. I was Phil Ski. I think I was some Baron or some dumb shit. Baron. I came through some bullshit names. Phil Ski was my fucking first. Everybody was Ski back in the days. My name is Phil Ski. I rocks the beat. And when I rhyme and you be sitting at the edge of your seat. Because my rhymes are dope. But niggas just can't. You see how the style goes? That's fucking Melly Mel in the back. That's the first rhyme I ever wrote. I was probably like 13. That's after We on a Mission. Run DMC. Pun's first rhyme was fucking Brothers Ride the John. And it's the same fucking style. So that's why when I heard him, because I brought him to my block, and we used to rock just chilling. Never fucking even knew that he rapped or he didn't know I rap. I used to be in his house fucking, every day playing fucking pool with Lil Fisher Price, playing Nintendo, cutting school, bringing bitches over there. He was my older brother. Going to boxing school together. One day we said, fuck it, I brought him to my block or whatever. My block, right in the corner building, they got this shit called the Halls of Hell. That's when we fucking just beat on the walls and we start ciphering. So my, Pun for the first time, because he was there, so he was like, he gets into everything. I didn't know, because we all do it for fun. And we say like 8 bars and keep it moving. Nigga Pun really set up a beat. He set up a rhyme that he wrote. But it's called Brothers Ride the John. Just like I just kicked to you, my name is Phil Ski. I rocks the beat. That was the name of the song. That was the first rhyme I ever wrote. But it's old school. Same shit with Pun. But Pun shit was a little like old school. because I could tell he wrote it back when I wrote my shit, like that era. Because we was up to the G-Raps already. That was like Melly Mel flow. You know what I'm saying? And Scorpio and shit. And brothers ride the John. They can't swing like I swing. Digga, it's my thing. But then he flows like that, right? Damn, like that flow. And then I don't know where. Take to the bait, bitch. I'm in the back. Right to your life quick. Knopping the dice it. Rolling the dice quick. You rape like a white bitch. Started doing that shit. Shit, G-Rap type shit. Fuck, niggas is going crazy in the fucking, just because he said that line, right?
Yeah.
But I already knew, like, even then I was like, yeah, potential, because how the fuck it went from that old school to this in the same rhyme? And that's, you know, just like, just Ronnie wrote, probably just, he wasn't rapping. He just wrote that in his hobby. So that was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, then we started writing together. Then me and him became rough and rugged. Started coming on. Fucking tattoos I told you about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got the Punisher. That's later when he got the deal. When we joke. But before that, it was Moondog. Me and him going to fucking blocks. We did it like almost some wrestling type shit. Cause everybody in my block and other blocks, they had like little duo teams. We used to face each other around. Like battles.
Yeah.
It was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. And that was the whole motivation. And Triple Sace was definitely the OG at that time. He was the one that pushed us to write. He wrote me around like that. I never said it like that.
Yeah.
I've never been that. It's just, I wanted to say it was dope. But for some reason, I never was good about saying shit that other people say, because it was like, I know I gotta say things I like.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like it's not. But he was so dope, like Sace. Triple Sace was extra dope. He was with a group called Young and Ruthless. It was like the local niggas from the neighborhood. Incredible. They definitely inspired me to be. I'm saying, remember, I come from the middle of Little Villes, which is next to Forest, which is the home of the ITC. So you got Diamond D, you got Lord Finesse, you got AG, Showbiz. So all these people come from Forest Projects, which is 2 blocks from me. 23 Park is right there in the middle between us and them. And Nuns Garden. That's the old timers. Everybody go out there. It's a big event. So we all knew each other, but I used to hang out with the ranch more. The ranch was closer to me. I used to pull up that side, play. You know what I'm saying? All black folk. There's a couple of fucking Spanish niggas, but hang out with nothing black folk. And that's where the lingo. That's when, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, and I can do all that shit all day. And we talk shit and we play around. And we grew up. I grew up like that. Black folk is the one who they gave me fucking chitlins when I was fucking 12. They told me about their soul food. They took me to church. My man Carl, Brown, Kevin. I didn't know English. They chaperoned me. They fucking protected me. Puerto Rican niggas too, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But my black folk was more, I was closer with that. You know what I'm saying? Even in Cuba, I had a fucking Jamaican little fucking best friend. I remember. I got memories of that nigga. Shit. My family be like, how the fuck do you remember that? I remember. So I remember those like very, very vivid. You know? So race was what I'm saying. It's never been, I always, especially in New York, like where it's a melting pot, I felt more comfortable. Because the race was never, you know, there was no separations. Everybody was the same. Hip hop. That's the unity of hip hop at the time. Those are the rules of hip hop. That's what hip hop stood for always. Unity. You know what I'm saying? Don't even cut. Overlooking the color barrier. The character of a person. Skills. MCing, DJing, creativity. That's the foundation of hip hop. So just with that alone, those rules, they're already in my DNA. Because that's the school I come from. So when I met Joe and when it came serious, because remember, it was a hobby. I know all of this already. I was a fan before I was a fucking writer. I used to write Gucci Raps verses before I wrote mine. And go battle a nigga that wrote Kane's verses. And he recite their words against them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of that was already done. So I also knew that was hard as fuck now, be my own MC. because, it's not like I'm mimicking them, but, I know I love them because of certain things they got, what they say. And that's what I had to learn as far as like when I come out with my shit. Like 24 Carats. That was my first rookie album. Besides that, I was doing shit with Bond, of course, featuring and off the books. But the verse, just verse, like one verse, 8 bars, another 16. This shit is like 3 16s of me working on my own album. I gotta be my own artist. I'm not a group anymore.
Yeah.
So that took, that was fearful. That's, what I'm saying? Because you gotta be dope. Not the fact that you Spanish, but I come off the books and shit. I only got 8 bars in that shit, but I killed it. I did enough for niggas to, I'll get a deal, and niggas love me. As far as like recognize, well, Pun was the real Pun. Pun didn't come out yet. I skipped my turn. Pun put me on that fucking song, but he skipped my turn a little bit because I'm not supposed to even be buzzing at the time. It was supposed to be Pun shit only off the books. It was supposed, he got me on it. So, I mean, it's only better in the business, especially for Joe. He didn't see it that way. Remember, he didn't want to, he split up the group. That's why I say it's jealousy. So even in that time, I didn't have I didn't sign with Terror Squad yet. Pun put me on the song because he made me go behind him. I didn't want him to do it. But he, I ended up staying on that song, and now Cuban Link, cool, who he belongs to. I'm loyal nigga, so I'm Terror Squad nigga. But I don't know. This nigga, because I still remember you broke up the group. You said, you know what I'm saying? For Pun to put us on. So I don't know how you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? Of course I want to roll, nigga. What up? What the fuck you talking about? From the bottom of the Terror Squad. Like I came through the street niggas. We met Joe later. I know all the TS real niggas. Drug dealers. Bang bang. Play with them. You know what I'm saying? Was around big niggas before Joe. Joe was like the winning side of the carrot, like the cherry on top. Oh shit, after we get out of this criminal world, maybe I could do some fucking hip hop with Joe. Because that was another branch. He wasn't around us every day.
Yeah.
He came as like some celebrity shit, play softball, which he gave back to the community. We used to go see him. And of course we wanted, we looked up to him, you know what I'm saying? Even though regular, I didn't know back then that fucking Flo Joe was half written by King's Son, and then fucking My Shit Is Real was also inspired by King's Son. You had ghostwriters back then. But he was good. I didn't know that back then. But I'm saying, he still wasn't the best. He still didn't add up to what Pun came. That means when we came. That he doubted so much that we didn't have. It's like a whack nigga telling, you know what I'm saying? You trying to help a whack nigga and you doing everything you could, but he still saying, nah, like that shit's whack. Like, you gonna call my shit whack? Your shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? So it was me. That's how I felt. I was like, you don't even like my shit. Fuck, you gonna take my shit? Because if I don't want no somebody I'm saying is whack to write my shit.
Yeah.
But Pun kept on with it. Let's help him. Because he was, and he was taking 50%. He made a verbal agreement with Pun, 50%. As far as the manager, he's going to get him to get the deal. He's going to walk him through the industry because he had.
And this is before the.
This is when he had Relativity, when he had Representative out. And he, in 93 almost, when he came out with Jose. I mean, with Joe. Jello's one still Envy.
Yeah.
I mean, Jello one's Envy. First one. He's cockfighting.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he's cockfighting. My father used to take me to fucking cockfights all day. But he was cockfighting in that front cover. Joe lived up to his word a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I think he broke up the group because, he broke up, but broke it up. We was a group. But we still niggas from the hood, nigga. We didn't like that committed. That's my brother. So if you get a chance, hey, fuck out of here. One of us made it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to make it. I was having my son, working in cow doors overnight, stock boy, cutting hair, barbershop, going to school. Fucking up at school because Pun had me fucking rolling with him because now he's a star. He wants me to go. He takes me out of the barbershop. Come on, don't worry about it. So he's a very bad influence, but the greatest influence ever. So I want to be, of course I want to be. That's my fucking, you having fun. I want to be with you. But I don't want to, cause a fucking problem. Because this nigga is on my ass because, I'm hanging out with you. He think I'm using him. It's always a problem when I'm around. I was looking at nigga, I don't want to start shit. I want to fuck up your shit. Pun knew that. Pun try to make it. He going out of his way to try to listen to him. I remember when he used to tell him, listen to him, look at him. He used to make me kick rounds and shit. And, you know, he just had that. It's the nigga said, mash your toes. In my back of my head, I'm like, nigga, you said mash your toes. Who the fuck says mash your toes? Nobody says mash your toes. You said it. That was whack in my head. So how the fuck you gonna look at me and go, like my rhyme is regular? When I say I'm the Cuban Papi Chulo, pushing the Baja Panties Nacional, all the mommies wanna watch me because I shine like Liberace. Got Versace down on Polo for gold niggas with my logo, sporting logos that'll make a North Pole feel sporting snorkels that'll make the North Pole feel like Acapulco. Nigga, I was saying shit like that back then. I know it was dope, but it was like me and Pun knew he knew it was dope, but we wasn't testing it out to the world. So he heard shit like that. Nigga, nothing. Nigga, when the fuck you? Not even nobody. Then somebody like from the industry, he would bring. You know, I'll say that rhyme, they'll go crazy. But he won't. All right, understand tough love. But you see how it played out? It played out with jealousy. It wasn't no tough love. It was you keeping me down. Business. Showed trying to do the jerking part, stealing money from us later on. I know you don't want to get into this, but that's where he led. All of this, me thinking it's tough love, where he could switch it around and be like, no, when he came through me, and I schooled him right. No.
Capital punishment had already dropped, or?
No, that's right before. I helped Pun with I was with Pun through the whole capital punishment, every song. I was with him. Me, by myself, because Say's, like, that's another, Joe didn't like Say's, even more than me. So he didn't like me like that. I was passable sometimes.
Yeah.
But he really didn't like Joe. And he hated Sick One. So imagine, not like, hate, extra fucking one kill. That was the full clip script too. And we had a little movement. We had a fucking, rest in peace, Uncle B, LES, invested us, biggest, bichotón, the whole fucking LES could ever see.
Yeah.
That's the nigga, that's Mr. Dog Food. And he run the whole fucking shit. So, he bought us fucking vests, hoodies, we had the full clip shit with the devil on it. Sick One fucking designed it. I made up the name for the clips, but that was us. You know what I'm saying? And we was doing independently, but we was on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And so much that's why I know that Joe caught his attention. Now the bichotón is with us, business. Of course, he had a fucking conversation without us knowing. That's when he came back and told him, yeah, I want to mess with the big guy. That's when that conversation came back. Mm-hmm. Then Pun told me, yo, you say you want to fuck with me, Q. Hell yeah, I was happy for him. Say's got mad. Sick One got mad. There go Joe again, fucking shit up, splitting niggas up. He knew that. Say's was just disappointed. I was happy as fuck. Cause I remember I don't want to be a rapper. My motherfucking brother's gonna be a rapper.
Yeah.
That's it. Cause I was shy still. I was like, I don't know if I still got it. Then I got Joe when I'm saying my rhymes, he's acting like I don't got it. So, the surround, I don't lack myself. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I like to play with the team too. I'm taking your word for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also see you as Fat Joe. Even though I don't like Mash Your Toe, that line in Flow Joe, I still think that was a hot song. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Flow Joe. Later on in life, that was the slowest shit I've heard. That's your tempo. Cool, it was cool. But it's not now. Let's not get crazy with it. That's the hit of the hits where they know you from that because you're the local white nigga that came out. It's Puerto Rican also and Cuban. Came out Forest Projects, real finesse, and they DTC know you. You got a little rap in the street also. You got a crew that's real. Red Alert. So he had his things moving, but it's just the old, he just never was the Nas.
Yeah.
Never a Biggie. He was never, Pun was that. Caliber. That's the difference between Joe was dope though. I didn't mind beating Joe being Joe. But now Joe, Pun, as MC, now you see Pun write his shit. Now he's like, and then him beasting more. Yo, you gotta hurry, like putting the pressure on my brother. Like he needs more. Mira este. Se acostumbró. He must have got used to it now. And then that's when Pun was like, yo, slow down. You know, it started with the, yo, I'm helping you, nigga. Became that. But at the end of the day, I saw all of that. I seen all the work my brother put. See my brother died. I seen Don Cartagena, which is mostly written by my brother. I get it down for his family when they have to go to the shelter. That bothered me. So, it's supposed to be Big Brother. Big Brother protects the little brother. He did enough for you. Changed your whole life. Just as an artist. Then he wrote your fucking album. Made you a fucking better artist. Made you better. Gave you better material. He's the one who told you your name should be Don Cartagena. You're not a hoodlum. You're not a fat gangster no more. Like that. I remember those. It's my brother.
Yeah.
The rookie that came out. He found in the fucking Bronx that I introduced him to. I introduced both of them. The corner store. It was me, regardless. I didn't say I put it together in real life.
Yeah.
And physically, I did it. Because Pun told me, introduce me to him. I knew him first.
So how was the whole vibe when the capital punishment dropped?
Or the working through it. We did that in Mystic Studios in Staten Island. Shout in. Got signed with Loud Records. Steve Rifkin, they signed him for 60 G's. Pun took, Joe gave him 30. Joe got 30. Pun got 30. They got a publishing deal. Then we was doing a lot of songs. Like I did Toe to Toe with him, you know, just for the streets, Bubble It. The one with me and Veronica and him. Must Be the Music with DJ Scribbles. These are songs that, you know, we used to go to Babito Stretch. And Joe would come. Joe was definitely next up with, remember, he came out, when Pun got with Joe, he came out in the Jealous One's Envy. So that's why he featured it. He featured him when
kind of like introducing Pun to the game.
Right. He put him on the track. After I introduced him, like maybe like a week later, Joe took him to the studio and brought him in. On word of mouth. You know, I don't think it was a contract yet. But then when they got laid on, you know, because we did the word of mouth, nigga, that's what we did. Good faith. That's selling drugs. They're trying to cut your throat, nigga. We doing a good thing now. We legal.
Kind of like the word is bond.
It was, well, back in the days before there was even hip hop, there was fucking the Spaniard side of us. It was really fucking, good luck, sir. Before they jousted, before they did fencing. It's just a thing to do, but in the hood, especially, we already put our time with the real TS. The niggas knew us.
Yeah.
So we was official from then, from the street things that we did. You know? So he got word of that. And then, you know, messing with the big bichota. I don't know what the bichota want to fuck with us, but that's our brother. That's my uncle, Uncle B. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when he got it. He saw that money. He called him for some money. So he said, I'll take that project on. But, you know, he was the one giving him a little bag. So it was always business is what I'm trying to say. And it was and then later on, of course, it's no fucking, you have to love Pun. You have to. Because that's just who he is.
I mean, when those records came out, dude, I mean, I can still remember. I was like,
I could tell you every record.
I was like, oh shit, who the fuck are these dudes? You know what I mean? Because to me, it was more like, it was always like this. You was always used to seeing Morenos on the album or on the radio.
Yeah.
But when we heard y'all, I was like,
yeah. Well, like I said, I skipped my shit, so you heard me too. Because that's off the books, you definitely skipped. And when we was doing shit with Pun, this is Pun's, it's my brother's fucking idea to have me there. After Joe said, I'm just peeking you.
Yeah.
You understand? But the shit we did, like Toe to Toe, the one with Veronica, like, I wasn't getting money. That's just me just tagging along with the hoopty, taking this nigga to fucking, you know, and I know he wants, you know, he wanted me to get on. I know he wanted me to show. But me, after I was like, my nigga, stop. Because every time this nigga comes with an attitude with me, I'm not going to be staying shut. I was that nigga. Not because I was bigger, but it's disrespectful. I'm not a nigga that you could do that to. Anybody. I don't give a fuck if you Tyson.
Yeah.
You don't talk to me in a certain way without me saying, suck my balls. Because I'm going to give you the same shit and I'm going to let you know, hey, you need to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have to fight. I don't give a fuck. If you beat me, you're going to know that I'm mad.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that. It was really like murky waters. Because he did it once already.
Yeah.
And I took it, head down, went to work. They picked me up later, same night, because Pug gassed him. And I had to drive all the way to fucking Florida. But I remember the feeling of that. He did it in front of people, you know, our peers. And I used to hear me get talked to like that. And I don't talk to, well, what is this for? Show. Show is later. Not now. I'm not the butt of your joke. You don't know me like that yet. I'm not a punk. I'm not a pussy. Not a little kid like you think. I fight. I go to the boxing. I throw my shit. So my shit was already like that. But I don't want to fuck things up.
Yeah.
And it came close a lot of times. We just in the media, other niggas too. But yeah, that was the struggle, getting this nigga to really buy into who the fuck as far as like us as artists. After 1,000 fucking, you know, things that we did. And I did it for fun. I did it for fun. I knew what I was becoming. Off the books became real, but you know, fucking real video shot. Looked fucking like a little handsome fucking, you know, Rodolfo Rodrigo with the fucking Godfather hat. I was like, look at this motherfucker. That was my rookie shit.
Yeah.
And they gave me a money shot there with the white, you know, fucking little, like, fucking really like handsome. If I may say so. I jump back and kiss myself. So imagine the other bitches when they're watching me. I was a little heartthrob for them because I look young. And I'm in the fucking song. Nobody knows me. There at least no pun from Firewater doing songs underground. Me, I'm out of nowhere. Rodolfo. Straight out of Mariel. So that's the first time they see me as Fly Pelican Fly, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, Fly Pelican Fly. Who the fuck said that for me? Nobody. Nicki Minaj said it later.
Yeah.
You know that Scarface, but I'm really Cuban.
Yeah.
Even from then, I was keeping it extra. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was just destiny. I wasn't planned and nothing, nigga. I was in Juju's house. Juju's house is in duplex. Nigga, Pun told me, take the fucking pen. Right. Sace was already writing. Sace was in that song. They took him out because it was 5 people.
How did it come about as far as?
We went.
You just
Cube, the
showed up?
hoopty writer, middle of shit, before Capital Punishment. I had the hoopty, the only car. Pun didn't have a car. Used to break fucking cars like nothing. You know? Wait, he says other things, but axles always break. Always. You know what I'm saying? He was getting a little heavier. They broke my father's car one day. Him and Joe. They needed a ride. I fucking begged my father to, Bobby, please. He had a Cadillac. Old big shits. Nigga, my father dropped them off. I think it was across town. That's a favor for me. Next thing you know, my father come back pissed off, talking about they broke my axle. I'm like this. Empiece. I had to take this. I was like, empiece, papi, que tú siempre estás pensando cosas. Stop lying. Felito, me rompieron la fuerza. I'm like, motherfucker. I know they did. They chewed them in the fucking car. Even though that's a Cadillac back, like 74. Them niggas crack cylinders together. Yeah. That was them. I used to always step on him, but you know.
I mean,
he come back. Pun, you can't. Pun was big like that. You can't win a snapping fucking tournament with this nigga. You can't. He'll beat you. You can fuck slim, whatever, pretty boy, money in your pocket. You the fly nigga. You're gonna lose against Pun. You think you got him. I'm telling you. I used to go to war. I used to get mad. He get everybody mad because he'll go deep.
Yeah.
He'll go, if he knows you, it goes to the fucking heart. That's why I stopped doing it with him, but because I started doing it. Like I started going deep. It was fucking that's the vicious circle. You know what I'm saying? But only we knew. And that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's all his faults, all his craziness, because he was a nut. Definitely have demon. Sometimes. I seen the demon. We all got, but it's real. Yeah, with all this shit, man. Nigga, didn't I just tell you I came from fucking Cuba? I was fucking 5 years old in Puerto Rico with a fucking Bajada de Mariel.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be in New York with a fucking little slim fucking fat fuck rhyming, and he becomes the fucking best thing in the world, Latin hip hop. That's written.
Yeah.
That's it. It's written.
The right place at the right time.
Getting over here to a different country when I was born in a block called Puerto Cerrada. That was my block name, Puerto Cerrada. I'm not supposed to leave that block. Cuba, communist. Not supposed to ever get the fuck out of Cuba unless I won the lottery.
Yeah.
Or escape. It's not Mexico. It's not a river. Nigga, you got to get eaten by sharks. Or ride at least a beluga whale Or fucking 2 dolphins. And get over here.
Yeah.
Or make a bathtub with airplane jets and skateboards to get over here. I'm saying it's a story that it's almost impossible. All of those things have to come and play.
Yeah.
From the Bronx. Davidson Project. Bronx has to be involved. But he was, you know what I'm saying? Even though he chilled around the places because he's in low income houses where I lived at. He was a fucking, nigga that went through his shit too.
Mm-hmm.
He just won the lawsuit. But even when he won the lawsuit, he stood around fucking blocks and chilled with his ambiente. That was what he knew.
Mm-hmm.
Even then when he won that lawsuit. That's where he gained his weight. He eat fucking drive-thrus and not caring. And also, he had issues that I didn't believe it. But I seen it later on. Like, get the fuck out of here. And he's for real with it. But but it's also seen better Wednesday. Yeah. Like COVID control shit. And that weight thing, just as you see how big he was, and how big he got. That's a part of his fucking character also. He goes deep into it. He's like a mania, bad habit, and he keeps on. And he doesn't know when to stop sometimes because he needs help. And he's not the type of niggas to help you. He's not.
So did he already started developing health issues?
Pun always was a little big. He's a boxer. He was a natural boxer to me.
Uh-huh.
We used to go to the gym we used to go to. We seen niggas. See how a boxer, they gain weight. They eat so much that they go 300, 400 pounds. Nigga, that was 150. Have you ever seen these boxers for real? That's what they do. When they're not boxing, nigga, they go crazy. That's the same thing Pun did. Get big like that, but then they go back to the gym, drop all that shit. Then they go to the trainer. It's a routine. That was part. It's just that he stopped doing that. Now he stood in one way because now he got to sit down and write rhymes. No fucking wrong fucking sport to do. If you like eating.
Yeah.
Because you're not active. That's it. That's how he gained the weight. Like that. And it was like a drug. It's like a drug. It was him denying things. You know what I'm saying? Like, denying things because he knew.
Yeah.
Embarrassed that he fucking ate a fucking, you know what I'm saying, what he was eating the way. But he didn't know. It's things like, it's like me smoking cigarettes to a point. Like, I like them. They're not bothering me. Get the fuck out of me. I know, it's fucking me up, but.
Yeah.
And when it spoke, bad habits. Not as bad as that because really, if I see my lungs outside my shit and I got a fucking blue lung, and I'm like, this is supposed to be white? Okay, that's a sign.
Yeah.
Not like that. But Paul was getting bigger and bigger. He's like, my nigga, what are you doing? The last straw was when he was playing ball again. He was like 600, I think, 500 something, 560 something. He was big, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was really big. And we started playing ball, and he was like really, really fatigued. When he started, that wasn't him. This nigga used to fucking nigga to spin the ball, even when it was 450, whatever. He used to do that funny shit. You know what I'm saying? He used to fuck around and just move fast, and fucking backspin, do the fucking layup with the extra spin, and get it in. He went for a layup. Then my man Lau blocked it, and he kind of fell on. Not hard, but like on top of him a little bit, and he fucking fell. And he just stood down. And I was like, what the fuck you doing? I see my brother right there. Right? I knew that's something like, you know what I'm saying? That's different. Never been like that. And that was probably like the same year. Well, more back. I'm not gonna say that. I'm saying like the year before. Right before he was thinking about going to get the surgery. He was living with me. When his house getting renovated, he asked, you know what I'm saying, to stay in my house. And he was staying there with the whole family while his house gets renovated. Then a little episode happened, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to move on. My wife was a fucking dickhead too, to the point, you know what I'm saying? Make people, they didn't like each other. You know, my wife. They fucking, of course, fighting over me for what? Fuck, what you doing, man? I'm not fucking Chris. I'm not fucking Pun, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I know I don't have to say that, but it's like, no, fuck him then. You stay with him more than me. Gotta deal with it. And then Pun doesn't add no fucking help to it. Yo, don't even listen to her. Telling me bad things to say, and that's my wife, right? So I'm like this. Now I gotta fucking talk to you. Bring your whole family to the crib now.
Yeah.
I got a big ass house. So of course, she couldn't tell me no. So she says, no, still, get the fuck out. I'll throw you off a punt. Get that right. Fucking, the one got me to buy this house for you because I would never been fucking rapping if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? So you have to bring him back to life. Doesn't matter. That's your wife. You're going to say, fuck you and him. Go fuck him. And then you got to stay shut. Smile. And then, they're looking at each other days and days. You know what I'm saying? And then it's nothing. It's just, people, like the faces and stuff. I know pun. She didn't make him feel as comfortable as he should have. He didn't make himself easy to be comfortable. Just to put it like that. Mm-hmm. Like crazy shit. But he could do that without pun, my brother. And he went to the Westchester Hotel, the Crown Plaza, where he stood and he passed away this last 2 weeks.
When's the last time? Do you remember the last time you talked to him?
Talked to him every day. But that time, remember, he was 2 weeks before that, he was in my house. We didn't have an argument, but I know that nigga would leave because of her. He feeling a little certain way. He goes extra with it. Like, I'm supposed to get into a war now because y'all don't like each other. Fuck you, you know that. You don't like you. What I can do? That's it. Don't like you. You don't like him. Nigga, you try to break up me and her my time. You told her that I ran tricks on bitches. He told her.
Yeah.
He's the one who told her that. How are you going to tell her that? And then think that she's going to be cool with you. You lucky that I love you and, you deserve it. This, of course. You get anything from me because I ain't fucking owe you, nigga. You put me on that. You're my brother. And I will go against her for you. But don't gloat like when I put you in there and then you over there behind the back laughing at her, like, and she sees you laughing, like, yeah, I got control over him. Like, don't do that. You're going to put me in a fucking bigger hole. That's what he used to do. So those 2 weeks I was, he was doing a lot, like he was doing a lot of changing. Like I seen it. I seen it through the videotapes when he was chilling with his family in a pool and his last moments. And he was cool. I went to see him. He was mad. Like, I don't know if he was fucking maybe smoking a little weed because I think somebody did a hit around the fucking way, give him a pound or something, regular weed. But he wasn't never did drugs like that either. Paul never did the coke or no crazy shit. Maybe one time ecstasy he did. That's when he fucking snitched on me, I think. Anyway, he brought me to his crib and said, hey, Al, we gotta stop running trains. Well, my wife is next to me. And my son. And I'm like, you didn't just say this to me. What? This nigga said, yeah, we gotta be better to our wives. His wife is the top of her fucking cheesing. Like this. Yeah, I told him, I gotta talk to fucking bastards. It's just, like, I'm not fucking high, nigga. Give me one of them fucking pills. Maybe I could have been fucking enjoying it with y'all. But this bitch is crying now. It's crazy. Now I'm you welcome me to the hell of stitch to me. Okay. It's my brother. And he did it on propósito because, he don't really like it, but he was high too, I guess. He definitely had to be high. And maybe high on the, because he take a puff too. It's like me. 3 puffs and he's fucking high, he's a highland. Or, the little ecstasy at the time, maybe, I don't know. Even those. Innocent though. Never like a mania or something that's, you have to worry about that he does like on the daily. But he definitely wrecked my whole fucking marriage that day. Yeah. And that's only right. Best friends are supposed to either really be gay and love your wife or be who they are and fight with them.
Yeah.
Because they take you away from everything they want. That's how the love goes. So, But okay, that's it. That was our relationship, man. And I was there when there was no fucking big pun, when there was not no fucking, it was Moondog, but it was nothing about rapping. It was him moving every year. It was me, his man Dev. We were the closest to him. And he had love for him. That was closest ever. Me and Dev. Dev Moreno from Ranch Crew. To this day, Dev loves Dev. Dev was a cool motherfucker, real nigga too. And it was me and him. Others, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew mad niggas. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're more famous than me, nigga. I was still coming up, growing up, going across Carajo land over there, school, come from Cuba, been through my own thing, but it's like, I'm in college. trying to find myself. We meet. A couple of years later, we caused this fucking thing. Because even in the streets that we was making noise, it was just me and him. Of course, people want to join, and we like say Korsky family. Let's say something. We let him come in. Sick one later on. Yeah, come on. We was like that.
Yeah.
But for us to be like that, and then go, he brings me in because I'm not supposed to be there. Joe said, "I want to fuck with you." Against the will, brings me. Then we still rocking together, and because I participated in a lot of fucking shit of hip hops. Like, you know what I'm saying? That hip hop stands for.
Yeah.
I went to TS, and I did a lot of things. And in this album, that you know what I'm saying, that I helped my brother proudly. No money, nothing needed. Just my credit of, the separation when you say, oh, I was like an understudy of him. No, we started together. It's always been Cuban Link. My own shit with my own mind. It always been big pun. Big pun. But when we worked together, it was like, we just trade off shit. Like one day, he the one who gave me, I'll make his pussy, I'll make sushi out of shokazuki. I love that line so much. Give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I gave him, you know what I'm saying? He told me to write Up in the Hot Tub, Popping Bubbly. If you go back on YouTube, you see the first tape that we had that beat. A little bit of love. Nobody did it. So YouTube, me and him freestyle. We came up with Still Not a Play. That's what he told me. Yo, write the hook for me. You're great at hooks. I mean, the bridge. So I did Up in the Hot Tub, Popping Bubbly. I wrote that. I didn't get no credit for that. Like, I don't want it. Nigga gave me Cheat on Her. He gave me that whole song. I put Carl Thomas on it. It's a Carl Thomas on it later. But I asked him, give me the fucking song. Yeah, dude, that's what we used to do. But that's how you do it, if you do it. And say it. Say it. I would, anything my brother fucking, saying like, would have gave me, anything I remember, that nigga Punk gave me that line. And he could tell you the same thing. He'll tell you the same thing. You couldn't measure my dick with 6 rulers. I gave him that. And the fish tank pumps, I gave him that. No problem. Nigga. That was my, we get one of those, man.
Yeah.
We lucky. We get one of those brothers that I don't look at him like Big Pun. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Without that, I would fucking trade this hip hop shit. You just have him next to me right now. That's how real it is. But you get caught in the entertainment, fake fucking Cain and Abel story with fucking Joe, the fake twins where he's robbing his brother, and everybody thinks he's a saint, and he got the whole narrative backwards. He make me look crazy. That's the reason I fight back. That's the reason it's like, you can't stay like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. And not because, just for me. Like, nah, dog, I'm too real for that. And my works that I did are too pure for you to fucking put them lies on me and for them niggas to believe you. Nah. And you're a faggot. I forgot. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, that's why I do what I do. And it's been 20,000 years.
Yeah.
And I'm still being the same nigga, and I still tell you the same story. And you see his story. It's got different holes.
Yeah.
He punched himself, and then other people tell he still, certain people are blind to the fact, they just paid off, whatever. Yeah. They could be paid off. But I'm glad that the truth is actually coming out. Nori said what he said about not interviewing me. He said where he came from. And I can see where Nori is in the middle. And he put people in the middle. Before that, it was Angie Martinez, supposed to be my friend. The same chick I went to her fucking album release that I got these right here. She couldn't even give me my interview like she gave him on 197 to tell my story. But she gave it to him. See, fight for her. Fought for her to get inside the terror squad. Don't even want it. So much things that I'm like this. I'm so mad. I can't even, nothing can surprise me no more. Except my mother. If my mother goes to fucking Fat Joe and they think, I don't know what she got an album with him, that's but the only thing that surprised me. But that would never happen. My mother fucking shoot him in his head. I'm just trying to say that that's the only thing ever that would fucking surprise me, because good friends of mine, people that, niggas know you for a long time. Niggas know the story. You know the real thing. It was there, too. I let you be part of it.
Yeah.
For you to be over there like this, con la cara esa, it's that fame that fucking important to you, like that. It's that money that important. It's not the money. That nigga's the cheapest shit ever. You got to pay dues 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to steal from you, too, because you're so noisy. Okay, cool. No matter. You just want to be sucking balls. You was around 10 years around me just to be next to the place where you could suck balls. Okay, cool. That is the type of betrayal that, you know what I'm saying? And these are niggas that you did incredible things for. Things that should be saluted, should always be honored. Those type of things. And they don't have no honor. You know what I'm saying? So just, when you give your love, make sure you choose the right people that to give the love to. And that love, because, reciprocate. Come back, maybe not to you, but to your loved ones. And then your name will always be held in top fashion. Because you deserve it.
Are you still cool with Pun's family?
Of course. It's family for life. Even though we have our disagreements, they feel what they feel. Lack of communication sometimes. It's my family. That's my sister. It's my nephew and my nieces. So all of them grow.
Yeah.
My babies, you know what I'm saying, in ways. But it's just the way things are. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of therapy sessions, man, that needed to be had. A lot of talking too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I see everything. I'm smart. I'm really smart. So I know I don't come out and say that to put people like they're not smart. But I'm smart enough to I know the rest. I know the solution. People don't see what the truth is when I say it for some reason. I tell them. Before it happens, like fucking Jesus at Last Supper like this. This is going to happen. Don't matter. I think they get mad that I told them.
Yeah. And
they couldn't stop it. I think they get, instead of learning or love me a little more because I'm putting you on, they hate me now. Because I told them. ¿Qué cojones está pasando aquí? And I do it from love.
Yeah.
And I do that with certain people. When you talk about that, I do it straight from the heart. Nothing wanting. No money, no nothing except the best thing that could happen for you. Always did it like that when it was my friends. And I did it mostly for the wrong people because you can see. You can see when the situations and life tests them and you need them to stand on motherfucking things that they did for you, man shit. None of them are there. None. They all hide. All hide. And I'm not a hider. I'm no nigga that comes and stay next to you. That's what I showed them. They can't even do it for that. So, with that saying,
so now what is Cuban Link up to nowadays?
Cuban Link is just chilling, absorbing the truth, like I just told you. Listening to myself talk a little bit sometimes. You give away too much. And not even worried about that. But it's like, you show emotion. So if I show my emotion, it's usually, either I'm angry or whatever it is. I mean, I'm tired of saying that I'm not angry. Listen, man, I've never been a dumb nigga in my life. I never played a role like I was a dumb nigga. Mm-hmm. I do get caught up in street shit. I do say, talk slang. I did go to college, though. No better no Spanish than English. I'm nice in Spanish. I could do the Spanish shit, too. Yeah, when it comes to me, the nucleus of fucking the core of Cuban Link, it's so organized that you see me run down through the elements of hip hop and different countries, the language, the character, the brotherhood, friendship, the morals. You've seen where they're at. If you don't see it, then you're looking at other things that maybe you want to see in a novela. That's fake. I'm not that for that. Now I can make you laugh. With real truth, though. Which might be like, this nigga just made a joke about that shit. Like, he got a scar on his face. Oh shit, that shit really happened? that's why they don't believe it. Because I'd be like, that's the only thing I know how to do is like, yo, shit, I could snap all day. Me and Pun all we used to do is write rounds and fucking snap at other people. Other people, we used to cry about ourselves. Niggas used to throw us out of their house because we go into their house and snap on them till they fucking parents just fucking kick us out. Because we stupid. Like that, we funny. You can't even put us in funeral homes because we look at each other as got to run out of the fucking funeral because we will start a laughing attack for no reason. Not because it's funny, just because you're stupid. And, you know, it's that type of shit where it's like, what are we doing? I'm going to die. If they see me laughing, I'm going to fucking... And that shit makes you laugh even more because it's a laughing attack. Nobody understands that. Except the niggas who've really been through that. You know, catching a fucking laughing attack in the wrong place is the worst shit ever.
So if you could take a moment and you could speak to Pun one last time.
Hey, you do that all the time. Call the letter part 1, letter part 2, all the songs. I got like 80 songs for Pun. It's my brother. I'm going to talk to him. Well, let you hear me. But right now, it's going to cost you PayPal if you want me to talk to him. That's a big PayPal too. So that's what I do. I always said that I was going to do that. I got a lot of songs. I got a lot of songs that I implicate him. And I implicate him because only to rep him, I don't see others doing it too much. You know what I'm saying? So I took it on my back. It's my responsibility. Really, I take it like it's my brother. I do this shit for. I can write that nigga a letter every day if I want to. I just do it. Every album I said I was gonna do it. So since I did a Chain Reaction, I was the first letter. Right, I talked about the situation. Flowers for the Dead. That shit was fucking incredible because I never even meant that for him. He heard that song before he died. He heard it. That was for him. I had to make it about him and not even change the verse because I already like predicted my brother's death. So it was eerie as fuck, and it's a classic. I could do a fucking funeral tour and never stop. You know what I'm saying? Winnebago, my own Winnebago, Flowers for the Dead van, chasing niggas, funerals, they'll hire me forever. I could do that. I'm not the fucking wrestling nigga. That fucking that nigga. I'm not to do that. It's not a gimmick for me. I don't even like when you play my fucking songs at funerals or wakes. I feel crazy. Because then I have to talk to, I have to my respects. Of course I do it. But it's too much shit.
Yeah.
Too much shit. And if I believe in it, the way I believe shit, you probably don't believe it, I might be disrespecting the dead in your way. That person is not a person anymore. It's a fucking dog already. It's over. That vehicle is no longer operable. It's sold. It's whatsoever. That's I see things the way they are. I see my brother go in the oven. I seen Pun go inside the oven, turn to ashes with $20,000 casket. See my father do the same thing. So I seen it. So, those are two people that own my heart. That's part of my heart. So what I'm trying to say is like, flowers don't smell like flowers. How many funerals I went to. I hate the smell of flowers. That's death to me. So when you get that point, it's like, I'm not using flowers to bury people anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's a tradition, but okay, I don't think flowers just make me fucking want to throw up right now. And I don't like smelling embalming fluid. And I know that's not, and I see it. It's getting more disrespectful for people fucking partying fucking funerals. It's gonna be to one day. I don't even have to even know the guy. I'll be like, yo, I can respect. And they probably jump me in there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's not what I think you should be doing. At least wait a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wait. Funerals. You know what I'm saying? More respect. And we get caught up in there. We do get caught up. Because, we're losing so many people so fast. You see these fucking rappers right now. Young rappers coming up. They dying everywhere. They getting killed. Gang life. Streets still big influence in them. Streets is always going to be an influence. Been an influence for us too. But yeah, they got to learn from us, or from fucking mistakes. I know what I've been through. should teach a fucking young man a lesson.
Yeah.
I say it exactly how it is. I don't gloat. And if I do gloat, it's because I deserve to gloat. Because the devil would try to make me look like I lost.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you I didn't. So don't let him gas you. Don't want to be like him. You know what I'm saying? Underhanded. And that's all. Try to give that type of message by using my story. And my story's not over yet. I'm trying to hear it with y'all. The ending. You know, so we're going to end it. Definitely going to end it. By the time of next, you know, by this time, lifetime, we're all going to fucking know the ending. But you're going to see it. You're going to see me in the front door chilling. And I got to, and it's not, I never wanted to be in this situation.
Yeah.
You got to understand that I never put myself in this situation. This wasn't a situation I did for publicity stunts. This is not something that I thought of myself and said, hey, you know what? Let me just fucking start beefing with Joe. And just, you know what I'm saying? And curse him out and call him out his name. Never. These are things that they forced me to do. These are things that I was forced to do in defending myself.
Yeah.
Retaliation for them. In speaking up for my side. And being angry also. And challenging. As a man. You know what I'm saying? That I felt I got the bad end of the stick.
Yeah.
And did some fun too. Face me then. Come face me. Stop hiding. Stop throwing other people in front of you. That's what he's been doing. Using other people to, you know, join in the team of the blackballer. So that's why I said, you know, I mean, a lot of people say they tired of me saying this story, you know. What do you want me to do? Now is the fucking find a crack in a crack of his ass of the story. You see Nori say it. Shit I've been telling you for 20 years. After 20 years, somebody says it. Gives my shit validity. It says, Joe is the reason I can't interview Cuban Link. So what the fuck put one and one together about all the fucking friends of the case slaves that I had to go to war with? The motherfucking Angie Martinez. The Hot 97 staff completely and never played my album. You don't go back to that. You don't put one-on-one together and see what the fuck I've been going through. And I still gave you, I delivered shit because I tried to find ways. I still delivered. That's how much I love this music.
Yeah.
I'd have been out of this. But I love it so much and I know. And my fans love the fact that I do it. So it's not me being a high-headed fuck that I don't know how to rhyme or nothing. Or I just want fame. And no, I do it with a mess. I do this shit for real, for real. I do music as a fucking respectable fucking composer, producer, inventor, creator. That's that.
Yeah.
When I step in that booth and I take it for real. And I see they admire it. You know what I'm saying? Fans, those that listen to me, it does what it's supposed to do. And I love that. That's my story. Cuban Link, 24 carats, all the way to motherfucking chain reaction. Now it's the missing link. That's the link that's going to put everything together. Built that chain back up.
Yeah.
Get this motherfucking hip-hop shit elements back in this game and really, really, really bring that unity that hip-hop needs. So we could, you know, work as a team instead of fucking enemies.
Man, I want to thank you, man, for coming through and coming through on Welcome to Elm Street.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Yo, like I always say, man, keep your ears to the streets, man. I catch you on the block. It's your boy Money Elms, man. Peace.